All right. Good evening, everyone. Just getting the game booted up and we'll jump into things. So this is the second week of playing Mass Effect. So we started it last week. Let's see what all happened. We Commander Shepard was sent on a mission. Don't remember the name of the planet. But it was a uh, um, mission to recover this beacon. Um, Nihilus, a Spectre, was sent with us, which everyone on the ship thought was suspect because they are only sent out for big deal missions, so they thought there was a cover going on. Um, I believe the beacon was revealed afterwards. I don't think that was initially what we thought the mission was. Um, so we go out to do that mission. The Geth are discovered there, a race that was not in that area. They was not thought to be anywhere in that vicinity at all. So clearly an act of aggression by them, trying to recover this beacon. Um, and Switch over to this, and we'll wait for the capture to pick things up. There, cool. So I'll just finish running through what occurred. So we're going after the beacon. Encountering the Geth. They really did a lot of damage. It was like a farming planet, or farming town at least. So we are trying to bring everyone, like save as many people as we can. Nihilus, the Spectre that was with us, encounters another Turian, Spectre Saren, who kills him. We know this from a witness that was crouched behind a barrel that told us this, or some crates. So Saren gets to the beacon. Something occurred there, but then we also get to the beacon and Shepard interacts with it. The beacon breaks. Shepard has these visions, and we go back. The mission is deemed from the Council of I forget what they're called. It's interplanetary, interspecies, like council, to kind of just like create this giant alliance and stuff. They view it as a failure. It was also meant to be a test for Shepard to become a Spectre, with Nihilus being the one that was going to grade her, and he died. So not looking great. But we go before the council to seek out this investigation of Saren. They say there's no evidence of it. We met Garrus at the end very briefly. He was he was tasked with investigating Saren. He believes he's up to something. And so now we are looking to kind of carry out our own investigation now and try to find evidence. And so one of the things we can do is try to get in contact with Garrus, which is what I want to do first. I think we have a few. Yeah, that one's done. So expose Saren. We have to investigate him and prove his connection with the Geth. We can do the Shadow Brokers by speaking to Bar Levon, who we met last week as well. He is a I don't know what the right term is, financial advisor, financial consultant, whatever. He helps organize transactions and trades and investments for all kinds of people in a way that is legal but doesn't require the public having to know the details. So his example he gave was someone who's trying to push for a specific like trade benefit or something, but they own shares or they're invested in that company in question. And he posed it as the hypothetical that it helps that person's planet, regardless of whether or not he benefits or not, to be like, if he votes for this and they know, they're going to think he has an alternative motivation, which he's a politician. That's probably their main motivation. So there's a lot of interesting stuff with him. But that's one way that we can go to get information, is try to find some shady connections through him. Alternatively, we can speak to Harkin, who is a human CSEC agent. He was, I believe, the first human CSEC agent, they said, but he's like a drunkard and not good. But they're not willing to like get rid of him, because it would be viewed as an embarrassment for the humans being new to this alliance. So we're going to go find him first and try to get some information for Garrus from that person. And then we found this other mission that we'll do at some point. So let's figure out where we want to go. Is there like a track option now? So Chor's Den in the lower wards. That's the space bar is the action. Ward locations. Chor's Den. Okay. It's a gentleman's club. Okay. You know, that would make sense that...
That's her.
Oh. Okay. Well. Didn't expect that.
All targets down.
Okay, they're Saren's men. Got it. H was... Okay, trying to remember the controls while I go. Oh. Forget, what was the sprint button? Sorry, just double checking what sprint was. Key bindings. Spacebar. That's right. Spacebar is the do everything button. Okay. So we're in the gentleman's club now, looking for Harkin. Oh, okay.
Back off, Rex. Fist told us to take you down if you showed up. What are you waiting for? I'm standing right here.
Oh.
This is Fist's only chance. If he's smart, he'll take it. He's not coming out, Rex. End of story. This story is just beginning.
Okay, so some drama.
Out of my way, humans. I have no quarrel with you.
What was that all about?
Who knows? Let's just try not to get caught in the middle.
I don't know, maybe we do get caught in the middle of that.
A million light years from where humanity began. And
So I'm going to take the long circle around, talk to everyone else before talking to him. Is this just to sit? Oh, okay. We will not worry about that.
I got business here, but not with you.
Got it.
Not now.
Watching the show. Go away. Not interested in talking.
Not interested in
Sorry, I'll get to you when I can. Okay, so it looks like we'll talk to this person, then we'll come back and talk to Harkin.
The back rooms are private, reserved for Fist and his friends.
Let's see, who's
Who's
Fist?
Fist?
He owns this club, but the customers have to stay out front.
Sounds good.
What did that other Krogan want? Rex.
Personal matter.
not real chatty, is he?
Okay.
Goodbye.
Good talk, man.
Enjoy the club.
At least he was polite.
Hey there, sweetheart. Looking for some fun? Because I gotta say, that soldier get-up looks real good on that body of yours.
Alright.
Why don't you sit your sweet little ass down beside old Harkin? Have a drink. See where this goes.
Well, already, not gonna be too upset if this guy ends up dying by the end of this.
Maybe later.
Suit yourself, princess. You know, if more Marines looked like you, I might have joined the Alliance instead of CSEC.
on. Maybe you can help.
Harkin, right? I was told you could help me find someone. A Turian CSEC officer named Garrus.
Garrus? You must be one of Captain Anderson's crew. Poor bastard, still trying to bring Saren down, eh? I know where Garrus is, but you gotta tell me something first. Did the captain let you in on his big secret?
Say, what's
Is there
secret?
something I should know about the captain?
The captain used to be a Spectre. Didn't know that, did you?
I mean, that
It's all
would...
very hush-hush. The first human ever given that honor, and then he blew it. Screwed up his mission so bad they kicked him out. Of course, he blames Saren. Says the Turians set him up.
See, how do you know this?
You said they covered all this up. How'd you hear about it?
I spent 20 years working cases here on the Citadel. People on this station love to talk. Secrets are like herpes. If you got them, you might as well spread them around.
So, what went wrong?
Why'd they kick him out?
Have to ask him. I never heard any of the details. Bet it's a good story, though. The heroes fall. Classic tragedy.
That's not why I'm
Just tell me
here.
where Garrus went.
Garrus was sniffing around Dr. Michelle's office. She
Okay.
runs the med clinic on the other side of the wards. Last I heard, he was going back there.
How well do you know Captain Anderson?
Met him a few times over the years. One of those
So
hardcore military
they
guys.
quietly
Yes,
took
sir.
Captain
No, sir.
Anderson
Can't have
out.
any fun with a stick up your ass, sir.
This guy got to be
Probably why he
one,
climbed
or
the
one in the
Alliance ranks
CSEC.
so fast. The military loves brown.
They
noses.
decided that they just can't
The captain's a good
afford
soldier.
to take any more
Sure,
out, so they're letting
whatever.
this guy
Dress
just
him in a
coast, I
fancy
guess.
suit, pin some shiny medals on his chest, and call him a hero.
Though he's not a
Everybody
Spectre, but
else does.
it would look bad if another one
But if he's so
Now
great,
they even failed
why'd
to
the
fulfill their
Spectres
duties.
kick him out? Go ask him about that, sweetheart.
You need to look in a mirror. Sober up and take some responsibility for yourself.
Save your sermons. This ain't no church.
Yeah, this
What's
guy
it like working for
sucks.
CSEC?
You mean, what was it like? The executor suspended me without pay. Recurring violations. CSEC was keeping a file on me. Can you believe that? Every mistake I ever made went into the books. Get a little rough with a suspect, note in the file. Have a couple of drinks on duty, note in the file.
Yeah, it sounds
Skim
like you're just a
couple of
terrible
credits off
person.
A drug bust, note in the file. It's a goddamn witch hunt.
You get off easy if you ask me.
What the hell do you know? Working for CSEC isn't like being a Marine. People get pissed off if we shoot somebody. Investigations, inquiries, rules, regulations. Every day I plow through enough red tape to choke a rhino. That's how you gotta be to do this job. So don't talk to me about right and wrong. You soldiers got it easy.
But blaming others
You need to look in a
again.
mirror.
So,
Sober up
okay,
and
just the
take some
same
responsibility
response.
for yourself.
Save your sermons. This ain't no church.
Garrus.
What do you know about Garrus?
Damn hothead is what he is. Still figures he can save the world. Always bucking heads with the executor. He'll pay for it soon enough. The executor loves to put us lowly field agents in our place. Just look what
Okay,
happened to me.
But blaming
I'm
others
outta
Yeah,
again.
good. Go.
Got it.
Let me drink in peace.
Okay, so I got area map. Moreland store. We should check that out. Assuming... Oh! I'm assuming that... I don't know if there's an issue if I do start just kind of randomly shooting.
Why didn't Captain Anderson tell us
Not
he used to be a Spectre?
super trying to
Maybe
figure
it's not
that out.
true. Harkin's an ass. Bet he's just messing with our heads.
Okay. So... Okay, so there's a store. What does this person have?
Hello there. Welcome to Moorland's famous shop. You want many good supplies, yes?
Let me see what you have.
Oh, you will be pleased, I think. Very good things I have. You will see.
Let's see, let's view the standard stuff first. Oh, another license. So let's get that. I feel like that's going to be useful to have. Oh, I could just... Okay, I see. Cool.
Hello there. Welcome to Moorland's famous
Let's
shop. You want...
check
Oh,
out the
you will be pleased,
non-human
I think.
armor.
Very...
Okay, Turian and Krogan armor. Got it. Cool. So let's go up to the upper markets.
Is that really? Wow. It's best place on this ward to buy upgrade. Hello, Earth Clan. No doubt you've just come back from the colonies.
Okay, another shop.
Will you be needing supplies?
What colonies are you talking about?
Oh, my mistake, Earth Clan. I assumed. It doesn't matter.
Okay, so that's something.
Pharaohs? Noveria? Well, if you haven't heard of them yet, I'm sure you will soon. But it doesn't matter where you hail from. My goods are available to all.
Investigate. Let's learn about these.
What can you tell me about Noveria?
The corporate capital of the Attican
I
Traverse.
love how many
Very
like
cold. Very snowy.
things there are to learn from
I
talking
don't
to all
get
these
too many
people.
clients from there. They all have their own private suppliers.
And Ferris.
I'd like to know more about Pharaohs.
It's an old Prothean world. Their buildings still litter the surface. The humans aren't the first to colonize it, but they are the most recent. I just realized I haven't heard from my
Okay,
contact
so that
on that planet for
feels like
some
that's going
time.
to lead to something relevant. Or like a side mission,
well,
or
I'm
we'll
sure
encounter
he's
them.
fine.
Now let's see
Show
what
me
they
what you
have.
got.
Most excellent. I am sure you will find something pleasing.
Alright, another license. Okay, another metagel upgrade. Ooh, that's cool. Okay.
I don't think you bought this here. I don't sell this model.
Look, I know it was you. I remember your face.
Real.
Okay, yeah, med clinic's over that way.
That's impressive.
Okay, yeah, so we just go this way. I like that they
Commander Shepard? Excuse me, Commander. I'm Emily Wong.
take the time
I'm
to
an
let you know
investigative
where
journalist
there's
working
dialogue
here on the
options,
Citadel.
like
Could I have a moment of your time?
showing that circle over every character that you can't talk to saves time.
What do you need?
I've been hunting for evidence of corruption and organized crime on the Citadel, but there are places I can't go. I was hoping you might share anything you find during your own investigation. I can make it worth your time.
I'm on board with that.
You gotta have access to better sources. Why contact me?
I'm using every source I can find, but I think I've got a better shot with you. According to your file, you survived back on Akuz when everyone else in your squad got killed. If anyone can find the worst elements of the Citadel and live to tell about it, it's you.
Fair. How investigations are
How do you
linked.
know that my investigation is gonna uncover anything you need?
You wouldn't be investigating if it weren't big. And if it's big, it's something I'd like to hear about.
Okay.
How do you know I'm investigating anything here on the Citadel?
I'm a good journalist, Commander Shepard. Word gets around.
Sure.
Sounds
I'll
like a
help.
good cause. If I find any information, it's yours.
Thank you, Commander. You won't regret it.
Definitely on board with that. Okay. Scenic view.
Big place.
That your professional opinion, sir?
Scope is
This isn't
amazing.
a station, it's a city.
There must be millions here. It can't be possible to track everyone coming and going.
This makes Jump Zero look like a porta-john, and it's the largest deep space station the Alliance has.
Jump Zero is big, but this is a whole nother scale. Look at the ward arms. How do they keep all that mass from flying apart?
Melting pot
The
is an
council
act.
represents more races than I thought. No wonder they're careful with newcomers.
They probably just want to keep everything running. It has to be hard keeping all these cultures working together.
Or maybe they just don't like humans.
That's enough.
All right, secure the chatter. We're all FNGs here, but we don't need to make it obvious.
Aye, aye, Commander.
Alright. So that just goes there, so. Yeah, I still don't love that motion, like, not motion blur, like the way the screen wobbles when you start running. Another one of those guys.
I didn't tell anyone, I swear.
That was smart, Doc.
Oh.
Now, if Garrus comes around, you stay smart. Keep your mouth shut around. Who are you?
Let her go.
Whoa.
Enemy sighted.
Stop. Still one more.
Perimeter clear.
What is this though? Oh, I could have shot that to just blow it up, that's all. Well.
Perfect timing, Shepard. Gave me a clear shot at that bastard.
Nice shot.
You took him down clean.
Sometimes you get lucky. Dr. Michelle, are you hurt?
No, I'm okay. Thanks to you. All of you.
Let's see. Tell me what happened.
Why were they threatening you? Who do they work for?
They work for Feast. They wanted to shut me up, keep me from telling Garrus about the Quarian.
What Quarian?
Okay, so sounds like we'll be going back to
A few days
Fist's
ago,
office.
a Quarian came by my office. She'd been shot, but she wouldn't tell me who did it. I could tell she was scared, probably on the run. She asked me about the Shadow Broker. She wanted to trade information in exchange for a safe place to hide.
Okay, so Shadow Broker as well. So something tells you we're going to have to do both of these anyways.
Then what?
I put her in
I wasn't sure if
contact
it was
with
going to be
Feast.
you could do one and
He's an
choose to
agent
not
for
do
the
the other
Shadow
or
Broker.
do both.
Not anymore.
Okay.
Now he works for Saren. The Shadow Broker isn't too happy about it.
Feast betrayed the Shadow Broker? That's stupid even for him. Saren must have made him quite the offer.
That Quarian must have something Saren wants. Something worth crossing the Shadow Broker to get.
She must have something that proves he's a traitor. Did the Quarian mention anything about Saren or the Geth?
She did. The information she was going to trade. She said it had something to do with the Geth.
Oh.
She must be able to link Saren to the Geth. There is no way the Council can ignore this.
We need to find
Time
her.
we paid Fist a visit.
This is your show, Shepard. But I want to bring Saren down as much as you do. I'm coming with you.
Okay. Let's see, why do you
You're a
hate Saren?
Turian. Why do you want to bring him down?
I couldn't find the proof I needed in my investigation, but I knew what was really going on. Saren is a traitor to the Council and a disgrace to my people.
Major case.
Welcome aboard, Garrus.
You know, we aren't the only ones going after Fist. The Shadow Broker hired a Krogan bounty hunter named
Okay,
Rex
so
to
that's
take
who
me
Rex was.
Yeah, we saw him in the bar.
You could
The
use
Krogan
him.
might come in handy.
Last I heard, he was at the CSEC Academy.
What's he doing there?
Fist accused him of making threats. We brought Rex in for a little talk. If you
Okay.
hurry, you can catch him at the Academy before he leaves.
Cool.
Move out.
Alright, so let's have Garrus. I like Ashley more. So we'll do that for now. I guess it's clear who the other people will be that I unlock later. Okay, yeah, you can only get 2, so...
I never properly thanked you for saving me from Feast's thugs, Commander.
Okay.
I don't know what would have happened if you hadn't been there.
Happy to help.
I'm just glad you weren't hurt.
Me too. Now, was there anything you needed?
You're a doctor. How
Yeah.
did you end up here on the Citadel?
My parents
Let's get some more
brought me here when
backstory
I
and
was young.
details, and we'll see what she
My father was
sells.
a medic with the Alliance. I chose to keep the medical tradition alive, but not the military. Fixing up wounded soldiers isn't my idea of fun.
You're a doctor.
Okay, it's just the same
I
line.
chose to keep the medical tradition alive, but not the military. Fixing up wounded soldiers isn't my idea of fun.
Let me take a look at what you have for sale.
Of course.
Okay. Okay, so just armor upgrades. Those are expensive. Wow. So that lets me know that we'll be having more money later. Okay, so I get to give him a lot of points. Alright, so I want him to have decryption up. Let's put points into damping. Okay, so we'll do that. Okay. Equipment. Oh. Let's see. I mean, he's a Turian. Can he? Okay. Yes, he can't. Alright, so we need to go back to the lower. There's a taxi here. Oh. Cool. Okay, I like that there's just different view things like that that I can do. Better. I like when there's those types of spots in games that are the, like, scenic, you get to look at it and it awards you a little bit of experience for doing so. Obsidian locations. We need to go to CSEC. Where is that? Is it consort chambers? We'll figure it out. Okay, yeah, there's a Ravina. CSEC HQ is up there. Oh. Or do I need to take him?
I can't tell the aliens from the animals.
Okay, how do I get up there? I think sit back here. I think I can circle around here. Oh, I just went in a circle. So I should just take the elevator.
Welcome. I am Nailina. I don't
know where I just
recognize
went,
you
but
as one of our expected clients today. Would you like me to see when the consort will be able to meet with you?
Can't I just go in?
I'm afraid not. Yeah, you must understand there are many who seek the consort services. But if you wish to leave your name, she'll make every effort to meet with you.
What do you do here, Nailina?
I'm one of the consort's acolytes. Many of the people here today will not see the consort, but they expect to be attended to just the same. It's our job to ensure that they leave contented.
What exactly do you attend to?
Well, each acolyte has her unique abilities. Some soothe with song, others with conversation. As much as possible, we seek to match the needs of our clients to the skills of our acolytes. My specialty is touch. My fingertips can find every tension point in your body and relieve it.
I'd like to try out your services.
Excellent. I'll add you to our client list. We should be able to see you in 3 or 4 months.
Okay.
Nobody's worth that much of a wait.
Well, that's not for me to judge. I have your name and you'll be contacted. Is there anything else?
What is the consort?
Okay.
What does she do?
It's difficult to explain. She's many things to many people, and something different for each. Some seek her for advice, some for entertainment, others still for pleasure. Most of the time, our clients won't realize what they were seeking until after she has provided it for them.
Yeah,
You
it
make her
sounds like
sound
an
like some kind of oracle.
Yep.
No, not in the usual sense. She's merely a woman with remarkable compassion and a generous spirit. I suggest you make an appointment and see for yourself.
Okay.
I think I'm done here.
Oh, well, I hope you'll return again in the future. We always enjoy seeing new clients.
Nalina,
Yes, Shaira?
send the commander up to see me. I wish to speak with her.
Oh.
Yes, of course, mistress.
Okay. So
It appears the consort has taken notice of you. She'd like to meet with you now.
I guess we'll do this, and then
Just
we
head
will
upstairs.
head
She'll be waiting for
to
you.
CSEC. Rex can wait.
I see even the humans find the consort irresistible.
This is my first time. I can't believe I didn't come soon.
You're with the Alliance? My brother's a private back on Earth.
Okay.
That is close enough, Commander. I've heard a great many things about you since your arrival here in our citadel.
What exactly do you do?
That depends on your needs. I offer advice to some, comfort to others. I have a certain problem that could use your expertise.
Oh.
Maybe I can help.
I have a friend, Septimus, a retired Turian general. I won't discuss the details, but he wanted me to be more than I could be. We had a falling out. Now he spends his days in Chora's den, drinking and
Okay, so we'll be
spreading
heading to
lies
Chora's Den anyways,
If you
so...
would speak to him as a fellow soldier, I believe he will listen to you and let the matter be.
What happened between you?
I respect his privacy too much to go into the details. If he wishes to tell you what happened, that is his prerogative.
Okay.
What exactly do you want me to tell him?
Appeal to his sense of honor. Remind him of his position as a general. If you can convince him to stop spreading lies about me, I would be very grateful.
I mean, it's propped
Now
up
I must
enough that
ask
she
you to
could come
take
in
your
if she
leave.
wants to.
I have many clients waiting to see me.
Okay. So we've got another quest in, that will have us going back to Chora's Den and head for when we go back for Fist.
I have to admit I'm a little nervous.
That's understandable.
So let's see, where do we want to actually travel to? CSEC Academy. Can I get to CSEC Academy from here? Or I think the embassies is right up there, so this might be the closest fast travel spot. Yeah, okay. Let's talk to the receptionist.
Good day, Commander. The human ambassador is up the stairs, first room on the right.
You know who I am?
Yes, I receive reports on all newly arrived dignitaries and notable people.
Interesting.
What is this place?
This is the Presidium. More specifically, you are at the Citadel embassies. If you have more questions, please access Avina.
We
What's
already know
that?
who Avina is, but we'll do
Avina
this
is the
because I'm
virtual
assuming
guide for
it
the
will give me
Citadel.
another
Feel free
like
to access
codex
the
entry
terminal
or something.
yourself.
What's your name? What do you do here?
My name is Safiria. I'm the administrative assistant for the embassies.
You seem to be distracted.
The embassies are the hub of all Citadel politics. When you represent trillions of citizens, it tends to get a little busy.
I should be going now.
Have a pleasant day.
Okay. So let's head through here. CSEC HQ should be this door. Okay. The executor.
Commander Shepard, I didn't expect to see you here. Did Ambassador Udina send you?
Have we met before?
No, but I know you well enough. I'm Executor Palin, head of CSEC. It's my job to know when someone like you arrives on the Citadel. Was there something you needed, Commander?
Let's work our way through all these.
I get the feeling you're not too fond of humans.
No, I just don't trust your kind. Not yet. You humans are eager to take all the power you can get, and you're being given a lot. If the Council wants to make humanity their new favorite pet, that's their business. But I don't have to like it.
Spectres.
What do you know about the Spectres?
They're the right hand of the Council, or so they like to be called. More like the underhanded side of the Council.
What do you have against the Spectres?
I can't abide any organization that considers itself above the law. Especially when it's left up to each individual Spectre to decide when and how to bend the rules.
Not gonna say it's a bit naive.
Tell me about CSEC.
CSEC provides
I don't know if there's
security services throughout the Citadel.
I don't know if this game penalizes me where certain dialogue options as far as relationships with different people and interactions.
As the CSEC
So
representative to the Council, I spend most of my time liaising between
to avoid.
Tell me about your investigation into
issues.
Saren.
Sorry, Commander. I don't make a habit of giving out details about ongoing investigations.
I'll be going now.
Goodbye, Commander.
Okay. Here, let's do this decryption. Oop. Diplomatic advisory warning. The following message was transmitted from an untraceable account to multiple recipients across the extranet. Further monitoring of the situation is warranted. My fellow biotic, you have been selected to receive this transmission because of our shared plight. Few understand us, fewer tolerate us. We must stand together. We must build our own new world. Come, join us in the Hawking Ada cluster. Only as one body can we right the wrongs done to our kind. Got it. Okay, so this also is not where I needed to go. Okay, journal. Look for information. Speak with General Septimus. Oh. Missions. Take down Fist. We gotta speak to Rex. Okay, CSEC Academy. Where is CSEC Academy? Okay. So I think I gotta go there. Well, let's check out the Embassy Lounge first.
Don't believe the... This place seems strange. I wish there were more humans. What do you want? Oh, Commander. Is there something I can do for you?
Calm down, Private. This isn't an inspection.
Right, sorry. What can I do for you, Commander?
So we'll just chat with all these people quick and then we'll make our way.
Well, she's an Asari who works here as... That is, she helps people with things.
You never went to see her, did you?
No, I never did. I couldn't afford it. It costs half a year's credits just to go in and talk to her.
Can you at least tell me where I can find her?
Sure. She's across the bridge from the embassies.
Thanks, kid. Have fun. Try not to get into too much trouble.
I will. Have fun, that is.
Alright, let's see. Can we talk to Nasana?
I don't have time to talk
Nope.
now. I'm very busy.
Hello, Commander. Can I get you something?
Why not?
What have you got?
Information, mostly. Would you like to know about some points of interest nearby?
Yes.
What's going on
That
around
would be
here?
great.
Well, you found the embassies. Not much going on here. Across the bridge, you'll find the bank, the Emporium,
That's fun.
and Shayera's. If you haven't heard of her, you soon will.
Adams
If you need
County
supplies,
over
you
the
can
border
try
in
the
PA.
markets one
I
level
don't know if there's
below. For entertainment, I
that's the only
tried
Adams County that I can
Flux
think
or
of.
Cora's Den.
What is Shayera's?
The consort, she entertains clients who
Yeah,
can
that could be a
afford
fun
her
little trip.
services. Most of the diplomats and ambassadors have visited her at one time or another. She's a very powerful woman, but also very respected.
Okay, we met her.
Tell me about Flux and Cora's Den.
Flux we
Well,
haven't gone to.
Flux House,
Okay, got
gambling and dancing, certainly more lively than this place. Cora's Den, on the other hand, well, let's just say it's livelier and deadlier, all at the same time.
Goodbye.
So long, Commander. Have a pleasant day.
What's out here? Okay, just another one of these guys. Wish there was, like... easy way to get to the next spot. So let's run. So I want to go down. Fast travel spots right there. So I think we go to the Citadel. I think Citadel Tower. No. Okay. We'll try the financial district. Journal. At CSEC Academy. Alright, I'm going to Google. CSEC Academy. Okay, so here's a map, or I have a map pulled up, I'm not sharing it. Where is CSEC? Okay, so I need to go to the lower... It's through the lower wards? What? Okay, I see. That's ward locations, ed clinic. And we want to go to CSEC Academy. Oh, there's just a sign to go to it. Extranet terminal.
Hey, I know you. You're Shepard, right? I saw the monument at Akuz. They got a whole section about you there. It's a miracle you survived.
Looks like you have a fan.
I'm sorry, I just never thought I'd meet someone like you in person. My name's Lang, Officer Eddie Lang, Citadel Security. It's an honor to meet you, Commander. What are you doing down here in the wards? Anything I can help you with?
CSEC.
Why'd you join Citadel Security?
I don't know. Seemed like the right thing to do, you know? Maybe it's in my blood. My grandfather was a cop back on Earth. It's kind of what CSEC is. Police for the Citadel. I'm still pretty new at it, but I like it so far. Way more interesting than staying back on Earth. You get to meet all kinds of cool aliens, like those Hanar. Wild. Plus, CSEC gets a lot of respect here. We uphold the law. People, even aliens, appreciate that.
Ooh. That's a red flag.
How do you like working
You
here
don't
on the
view
Citadel?
the other species
This
as
place
people.
is amazing. I've been here almost a year, and I still haven't seen a tenth of it. The Presidium's just so beautiful. Good place to go and relax. But I really like it here down in the wards. There's always something going on somewhere. Like that new club they just opened a few months ago, Flux. Wicked scene in there, Commander. You should check it out when you have some time.
Spectres.
What do you know about specters?
Just the stuff they show in the vids. They always make them out to be super agents on secret missions to save the galaxy. I know it's not really like that, though. Some of the other C-Sec guys don't like them too much. Figure they shouldn't be able to operate outside the law. But if they were so bad, the Council wouldn't use them, right?
Do you know a C-Sec officer named Harkin?
I shouldn't really say too much. He's been on the force a lot longer than me. But I've heard things, you know? Drinking on the job, taking bribes, that kind of thing. Rumors mostly, but they suspended him, so some of it must be true.
I have to
Rumors
go.
most.
Right. You're probably real busy. Well, see you around, Commander.
Okay. So I believe this is to the academy. Okay.
In light of the recent attack on Eden Prime, many
Eden Prime,
colonial
that was the name of the
investors are
planet we
pulling
were
their
at the
support
start
for
of the
future
game.
projects. Proponents of expanded human colonization insist that Eden Prime was an isolated case. Nevertheless, colonist enrollment has dropped sharply.
Yep.
Many colonial proposals are on hold until backers have some reassurance that human colonies will be adequately protected.
Okay. So let's head up and around here. There's Rex.
Witnesses saw you making threats in Fist's bar. Stay away from him.
I don't take orders from you.
This is your only warning, Rex.
You should warn Fist. I will kill him.
You want me to arrest you?
I want you to try.
Go on. Get out of here.
Do I know you, human?
My name's Shepard.
My name's Shepard. I'm going after Fist. Thought you might want to come along.
Shepard. Commander Shepard. I've heard a lot about you. We're both warriors, Shepard. Out of respect, I'll give you a fair warning. I'm going to kill Fist.
Fist knows you're coming. We'll have a better chance if we all work together.
My people have a saying. Seek the enemy of your enemy, and you will find a friend.
Welcome
Glad
aboard.
to have you on the team, Rex.
Let's go. I hate to keep Fist waiting.
Alright. So we're rolling with Garrus and Rex now. These two. Let's see when we unlock them. Alright. So let's give him his talents. What does Warp do? Flips, he does dots. Oh, we're going for dots. For sure. What is barrier? Bolsters your shields that will sort of... Okay. Like him to have... We'll put a few points into that. So he's like a tank. So we'll do that to start. Let him be nice and tanky. Do we have any equipment for him? This is not better than what he has. Got it. Alright. Let's kind of take a look around here. Okay, Presidium, Docking Bay, lower wards, positions. Alright. So now we're gonna go pay Fist a visit. So to Chora's Den with the new gang. Any new assassins? Nope. So how... It's gonna be so funny if we just like... Oh! Okay. So they know. They know. Or is it?
Can't get a clear shot.
Is it G?
Here it comes!
I wasted it. That's fine. Oh. Okay. How many more do we got? One more. Okay.
I think we got him, Commander.
All right.
Stop right there. Don't come any closer. Warehouse workers.
Yeah, I'm
the real guards must
100%
be
going
dead.
with the sniper through this
Stay
whole
back,
game.
or we'll shoot.
Save yourselves.
This would be a good time to find somewhere else to work.
Yeah, right. That's a good idea.
Yeah, I never liked
If only it was that easy.
It would have been quicker to just kill them.
Shooting people isn't always the answer.
Oh, that's gonna be fun having banter like that with these guys. Okay. Oh, that's fixed. He didn't put up much of a fight.
Don't kill me, I surrender.
Start talking.
Tell me where the Quarian is, and I won't have to shoot you in the kneecaps.
She's not here. I don't know where she is. That's the truth.
He's no use to you now. Let me kill him.
Wait. I don't know where the
Is he not
Quarian
holding
is,
his
but I know
gun?
where you can find her. The Quarian isn't here. Said she'd only deal with the Shadow Broker himself.
Face to face?
Yeah, his gun's
Possible.
not loaded.
Even I
So he's
was
just-
hired through an agent.
Nobody meets the Shadow Broker.
I shot him in the head 3
Even
times.
I
He's
don't know
not.
his true identity.
He's not in good shape.
But she didn't know that. I told her I'd set a meeting up. But when she shows up, it'll be Saren's men waiting for her.
Where's the meeting?
Give me the location, now.
Here on the wards, the back alley by the markets. She's supposed to meet them right now. You can make it if you hurry.
E-Rex.
What are you doing?
The Shadow Broker paid me to kill him. I don't leave jobs half done.
He
A
deserved
lot of
it.
people died because of him. He had it coming. Now let's move. We have to save that Quarian.
Okay. Oh god, before it's too late. Okay. Oh no. It's timed. I'm gonna have to fight my way to it. Open the door. Time for this. So wait, where do I gotta go? Journal. Alley. Alright.
negative contact.
Okay. Oh, there's an icon there. Okay.
Did you bring it?
Where's the Shadow Broker? Where's Fist?
They'll be here. Where's the evidence?
No way. The deal's off.
Whoa. Whoa! Take a different. Okay.
Fist set me up. I knew I couldn't trust him.
Are you okay?
Were you hurt in the fight?
I know how to look after myself. Not that I don't appreciate
I think
help.
I do have a helmet
Who are
equipped,
you?
but I think it's a cosmetic setting to not display the helmet. Who are you? A friend.
My name's Shepard. I'm looking for evidence to prove Saren's a traitor.
Then I have a chance to repay you for saving my life. But not here. We need to go somewhere safe.
We could take her to the human embassy. Your ambassador will want to see this anyway.
Okay, we're just fast traveling right there.
You're not making my life easy, Shepard. Firefights in the wards, and all-out assault on Korra's den. Do you
Yeah,
know
I've been at
how
this
many-
place for like 6 hours.
Who's this?
And I accuse one of their
What are you
highest
up
up
to,
people
Shepard?
of being a traitor, and then walked into a club and just opened fire. So, I could see why they're saying I'm not leaving a good impression. Just doing my
You
job.
wanted proof Saren's a traitor. This is it.
Really? Maybe you better start at the beginning, Miss.
My name is Tali. Tali Zora Naraya.
We don't see many Quarians here. Why did you leave the flotilla?
I was on my pilgrimage. My rite of passage into adulthood.
I've never heard of this before.
It is a tradition among my people. When we reach maturity, we leave the ships of our parents and our people behind. Alone, we search the stars, only returning to the flotilla once we have discovered something of value. In this way, we prove ourselves worthy of adulthood.
What kinds of things do you look for?
It could be resources like food or fuel, or some type of useful technology, or even knowledge that will make life easier on the flotilla. Through our pilgrimage, we prove that we will contribute to the community, rather than being a burden on our limited resources.
Okay, please continue.
Tell us what you found.
During my travels, I began hearing reports of Geth. Since they drove my people into exile, the Geth have never ventured beyond the Veil.
Interesting.
I was curious. I tracked a patrol of Geth to an uncharted world. I waited for one to become separated from its unit. Then I disabled it and removed its memory core.
I thought the Geth fried their memory cores when they died. Some kind of defense mechanism.
How did you manage to preserve the memory core?
My people created the Geth. If you're quick,
Oh,
careful, and
okay.
lucky, small caches of data can sometimes be saved. Most of the core was wiped clean, but I salvaged something from its audio banks.
Eden Prime was a major victory. The beacon has brought us one step closer to finding the conduit.
That's Saren's voice. This proves he was involved in the attack.
What's the
He
conduit?
said Eden Prime brought him one step closer to finding the conduit. Any idea what that means?
The conduit must have something to do with the beacon. Maybe it's some kind of Prothean technology. Like a weapon.
Wait, there's more. Saren wasn't working alone.
Oh.
Eden Prime was a major victory. The beacon has brought us one step closer to finding the conduit.
And one step closer to the return of the Reapers.
I don't recognize that other voice, the one talking about Reapers.
Are they some kind of new alien species?
According to the Memory Core, the Reapers were a hyper-advanced machine race that existed 50,000 years ago. The Reapers hunted the Protheans to total extinction, and then they vanished. At least, that's what the Geth believe.
Sounds a little far-fetched.
The vision on Eden Prime. I understand it now. I saw the Protheans being wiped out by the Reapers.
The Geth revere the Reapers as gods, the pinnacle of non-organic life. And they believe Saren knows how to bring the Reapers back.
The Council is just going to love this.
They need to know.
The Reapers are a threat to every species in Citadel space. We have to tell them.
No matter what they think about the rest of this, those audio files prove Saren's a traitor.
The Captain's right. We need to present this to the Council right away.
What about her? The Quarian?
My name is Tali. You saw me in the alley, Commander. You know what I can do. Let me come with you.
What about your quest?
Thought you were on your pilgrimage.
The pilgrimage proves we are willing to give of ourselves for the greater good. What does it say about me if I turn my back on this?
Alright.
Saren is a danger to the entire galaxy. My pilgrimage can wait.
Join us.
I'll take all the help I can get.
Thanks. You won't regret this.
So we're just rounding out the party.
Anderson and I will go ahead to get things ready with the Council. Take a few minutes to collect yourself, then meet us in the tower.
So she's tech. So I think I'm gonna do that now. So we'll have to head to the Council's chambers later. It's a squad, so now we have to... Oh, I leveled up also. Come back to that. Electronics. Oh, decryption, okay. So let's get to that. Let's get damping, boost hacking. Let's get some damping. Yeah, my first thought with the audio file is we're going to go there, and Saren's going to be like, anyone could have doctored that. Let's give him 2 to that, 1 to first aid, and 1 to Turian agent. Let's get sniper rifles. Okay, so we'll do that with her. Yeah, and there's toggle helmet. So the helmets are turned off right now for each of them, but that's what they would all. Oh, her helmet stays on. Okay, so I got a lot of weapons. If anything, that's an upgrade for her. Better sniper rifle. Is that? It's better damage, but less accurate. That will upgrade. Yeah, we'll give him that one. Her. Now. Yeah, I'm curious how this conversation's going to go. But I do want to... Is it this way?
Excuse me, Commander Shepard. Could you spell...
Oh,
Commander
okay.
Shepard.
Another quest.
My name is Samesh Bhatia. Forgive the intrusion, but I have nowhere else to turn.
Listening.
What do you need?
My wife was a Marine. She was in the 212 on Eden Prime. I've requested that my wife's body be returned to me for cremation, but the military has refused my request.
Did they say why?
Why did they refuse your request? There's got to be some reason.
I don't know. All I know is that they have declared it
she probably
impossible
got
for my
turned
wife to be
into a
returned to
Geth.
me.
We'll look into it.
The man in charge of my case is Mr. Bosker. When I last saw him, he was in the expensive bar over there. Thank you for your time. I just want to give my wife a proper funeral, and the respect she deserves.
Okay. Something tells me that she was probably turned into a Geth, and they don't want to bring back a robotic zombie.
My goodness, you're Commander Shepard. Your activities made for quite a briefing in the Diplomatic Corps. Is there something I can do to assist you?
Here for Samish.
Yes. A man named Samesh Bhatia is having some trouble claiming his
I don't
wife's
think they're
body.
quite Borg, but
Mr.
they
Bhatia.
do some Borg-like
Good man in an
things.
understandably frustrating position. I wish I could help him. Serviceman Nirali Bhatia died on Eden Prime, as Mr. Bhatia no doubt told you. Her wounds are inconsistent with any type of weapon damage we've seen before. That is why her body is being held.
You're studying her injuries to learn more about Geth weaponry.
The tests we're conducting may lead to better defenses against Geth attacks. Respectfully, Serviceman Bhatia may save more lives in death than she did in life.
Isn't right.
I understand what you're trying to do, but holding the body is wrong.
Commander, you of all people should understand how far we must go to protect humanity.
You're betraying the dead.
Soldiers shouldn't have to worry about what their own government is going to do to their bodies.
All right, Commander. You win. It was hard enough refusing Mr. Bhatia. I'm not going to risk an incident by refusing you.
Good.
Tell Samesh that the body is being shipped back to Earth. I'll go now to see to it myself.
Good. So let's head back down, let him know, and I want to go check one thing that I just saw when I had looked.
Hello
at
again,
something.
Commander. Has there been any word?
I reminded Mr. Bosker what we're fighting for. Your wife is coming home.
Thank you. I will return home and begin my preparations. It does not bring me happiness, but it may bring me peace. Goodbye, Commander.
Good deed. Alright, so I want to go to Chora's Den quick. Because I did see... Assuming I can go back in there. I inadvertently saw that there was something else I could have grabbed in here. Okay, they're just back to business as usual. They don't even care that Fist died. Oh, but I can't. Oh wait, yeah, it's through this one. Okay. Yeah. That optical storage disk is a quest, so... Figured it was worth it to come back to grab that. I did not love the timed sequence, though. That's never something I enjoy in games, is having, like, timed sequences to do things.
Commander, what do you want?
Oh, yeah, this guy. Probably.
What's bothering you, General?
I've seen a lot of horrible things in my days, and there's only one woman in this damn galaxy that helps me forget it.
This is pathetic. What could a woman do to put you in this state?
'Cause she rejected me! Me! Septimus Oraka, General of the Turian Fleet!
I think I can see why you're upset, but spreading these lies won't make it better.
Look, kid, I appreciate what you're trying to do, but don't waste your time.
Not
You need
leaving.
to start acting like a general if you want to beat this.
I spent all my life acting like a general, and what did it get me? Huh? No, those days are over. I'll just be what I am. A tired, lonely, worn-out soldier.
I don't buy
You're a
it.
damn general. Quit your whining.
Ha! You got balls, kid. There are only 5 people in this damn galaxy who
5.
talk to me like that.
He's pretty confident
So
on
you
that
think
number,
it's
so
that
I want to
easy?
know
Just
who those
straighten
5
up
are.
and act like a general.
It damn well couldn't hurt.
Maybe you're right, Commander. Shaira's worth the effort, even if she won't have me back.
Good.
Now get up and get moving, General.
All right, I'll go to her after I've had a cold shower or 2. Say, you're a bright kid. Would you be interested in earning a few extra credits?
Sure.
What do you want me to do?
There's an L-Corps diplomat out there who believes Shaira gave up his secrets.
Why would he think such a thing?
Because I told him.
Oh.
Look, I just need you to convince him of the truth.
How?
What makes you think he'll believe me?
You'll bring him proof. Take this data pad. It shows where I got my info. It will exonerate Shaira and convince the L-Corps.
Alright, so where do I
Who am
go?
I taking it to? And where is he?
His name is Zaltan. He's an L-Corps diplomat.
Okay, so
He's
we're
over in
gonna
the
go back to the
complaining
embassies.
about Shaira.
Clean this up.
Well, here's to soldiers acting like soldiers.
Alright,
Thanks,
cool.
Commander. You know, you might make a good general yourself one day.
Alright. So now I want to go back to the embassies. Presidium locations, embassies. Alright. So Bolus and Elkorop. Just. Okay. Cool. I need to make a habit of putting markers down so that way I'm running in the right area and not just constantly reopening the map to check where I'm going. Okay, is he in this one? Nope, gotta go one more room over. Oh.
I understand what you're saying, but these... Hello there, human. Sincere apology, but I am here on business.
All these
and cannot
races
be
are
distracted
so
right
cool.
now.
I've come to talk to you about your little problem.
Curious. What do you know about the consort and her relationship to me?
Here is...
It was a Turian named Septimus who found out your secret.
Unbelieving. I know this Septimus, and he could not learn my secrets. The only way he could learn them is from the Asari consort.
Here, there should be proof enough for you.
Confused. This is difficult to fathom. If the Turian could learn this on his own, dismayed, anyone can discover my secret.
It'll be fine.
Septimus is a powerful man, and it wasn't easy for him to find.
Relieved. I suppose
I love
you
that
are
they
correct.
tell you what their emotion is
Thank
before
you
each
for
line.
this information. Startled realization. I must speak with the consort. She will be most displeased with my actions. Anxious request. Please, human, if you will excuse me, I must go now.
Don't worry.
I'm sure she'll forgive you. It was an honest mistake.
Doubtful. Perhaps you are right, human. I can only hope so. Thankful. That was a great thing you did, Commander. Approving. You see, Din, not all humans are as you say.
I'm sure the Earth Clan stands to profit. Earth Clan, you are in the wrong place, I think. Your ambassador is next door in the large office.
Chastising remark. Don't be so rude, Dan. At least introduce yourself.
I
really like these species.
Volus ambassador. Is there something I can do for you, Earth Clan?
Why so cranky?
What is this place?
You are in the embassy for the Volus and the Elcor.
Your ambassador is next door, in his own office.
In this shared space, I
It's
aid
like
my fellow
a
Volus
vaguely Ben
when I'm
Stein
not being
voice.
interrupted.
I'd like to know more about the Volus.
I'm sure our history and culture would bore you, Earth Clan.
Actually, I would like to know more about your history.
My people came to the Citadel shortly after the Asari and Solarians had discovered it. We were instrumental in establishing a standardized galactic economy.
Sweet.
However, despite our long association with the Citadel and our many contributions to galactic society, we still do not hold a seat on the Council.
Yeah, that's a little lame.
Tell me about Volus culture.
We are tribal by nature, but our ways are not violent. We barter and trade our lands and tribe members in order to increase status. Larger tribes often engulf smaller ones and eventually split again. Our society is very malleable, and our government is always
Maybe that's why you're
shifting
not
and
on the
changing.
council, because
Since
how
we're
can they
not
pick one
physically
person to
adept,
represent a constantly
we trade
changing
our
society
services for
in the
protection.
sense of like your social structure is constantly changing and your hierarchy is always changing?
What is it you do here?
I feel like that would
I
get kind
look
of
out
tricky.
for the best interests of the Volus people. No easy task considering how often we are overlooked by the Council.
Chastising rebuke, Dan. The Council favors your species greatly.
You are naive. The Earth Clan will be invited to the Council long before our species will.
Why aren't the Elcor or Volus part of the Council?
All species must prove themselves before they join the Council. All but the Earth Clans, it would seem.
Dismissive. Ignore the Volus ambassador, human. He is incorrect in his assessment.
Really? How long have we been waiting? How long do you think we'll continue to wait? Bah, this talk is wasted on the humans.
Why so cranky?
You seem to have a bit of a chip on your shoulder, Din.
You humans are new to the Citadel, and yet the Council has granted you great favor.
Chastising
Another
rebuke,
chastising
Dan.
rebuke.
Your species has always been granted many concessions. Volus territory has expanded tenfold since coming to the Citadel.
Details. We still have no real say in the decisions that affect Citadel space.
Goodbye, Ambassador.
Good
yes,
talk.
yes. Good day, Earth Clan.
I want to talk to Kalen now.
Pleased greeting. Human, it is always good to see your kind. I am Ambassador Kalen. Genuine query. Is there something I can do for you this day?
Your speech. Yes,
Why
let's...
do you explain what you're about to say?
Our people communicate less through words and more through scent and slight movements. Plainly, we discovered our vocal expression was not enough to convey the feelings of our conversations to other species.
Why do you bother, Kalen? These Earth Clan don't really care about our ways.
Remorseful response, Din. You don't truly believe that, and if you do, I am very sorry for you.
To me, that tells me that Elcor are very considerate in all their interactions and want to be as transparent as possible.
Tell me more about your species.
Genuine enthusiasm. I delight in telling the history of my people. It is agreeable to share our culture with others.
Tell me about the history and origins of the Elcor.
The Elcor were just beginning to explore Council space when the Asari first made contact with us. With their help, we discovered the relay closest to our system, and from there the Citadel. Proudly, within one lifetime we established a regular route to the Citadel.
Yes.
And quickly became one of the more active
The
species
Elcor are
living on
already
this
one of my
great
favorites.
station.
I'd like to know more about the culture of the Elcor.
Frankly, we Elcor prefer the safety and
The Volus have had
familiarity of our
some of
own
them seemed
colonies
pretty
to the
chill, some of them I'm
confines
like,
of space travel.
not a fan of
Our
like Din
society is
here.
built on
He's a bit of a
small,
jerk.
tight-knit groups. Though we are
There's
always
definitely a lot of cool
welcoming to
groups.
outsiders, our government tends to be very stable. Our people are not very comfortable with sudden changes.
Ambassador.
What do you do here?
Modestly, I work to bring the problems and the requests of the Elcor groups to the attention of the Council.
Ha! They only give us these positions to keep us quiet. The Council doesn't care about our races.
Chastising rebuke. Your tone is inappropriate, Din. This human is not to blame for your malcontent or your misconceived suspicions.
Okay.
Goodbye, Ambassador.
Sincere farewell.
Oh.
Good day to you, human. Enjoy your time on the Citadel.
Okay, that was fun chat. Alright, your destination. So now orders request. Oh, okay, so I should deliver that next. So let's go to the upper wards. I don't know that I've actually been over there yet, so... let's go to the med clinic. Let's see, is there a way to the upper wards from here? Transit CSEC, Flux, Presidium, lower wards, lower markets. Oh, Emily's right. This is the upper wards.
Word on the street is that you've been busy. Congratulations on taking down Fist. I was sure he was a big player in anything going on here. Did you find anything in his office that could help me?
These help?
These OSDs might have the information you're looking for.
You've got Fist's files? This could be even bigger than I'd hoped. Here, Commander, for your trouble.
I can offer
What
more.
would my future cooperation be worth? Say, an interview when my investigation is over?
Exclusive? You talk to me before you talk to anyone else? That would be worth quite a bit, and I'd be very happy to compensate you accordingly. Here you are.
Cool.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I should go see what's on these discs.
Alright. So now, what else do I have? I should go... Okay, I should go talk to Sha'ira. Oh, these are all assignments. Yeah, I haven't actually... Okay, then, yeah, we'll do all of these and then go back to the tower. Didn't mean to set a waypoint. So I was thinking that too, just because we've been watching the playthrough recently. Financial District. Yeah, I kept thinking Fist, Wilson. Fun little... I mean, they're not the same at all, obviously, but it's fun to pretend like there's a connection there. Consort Chamber. So we want to go the whole way to the end. There's still 3 other Ravinas I haven't talked to, so I want to do that at some point. I think. Yeah, I've only talked to the 3 here.
Yeah, ever since Fist took over, I don't go anymore.
That's right. It was a long time ago, though. I barely remember.
So back to Shaira.
What drew you back to the Citadel and to the console?
I don't know exactly. It may sound strange, but I suddenly felt cold.
Commander, I recently received a lovely note from Septimus. Thank you for speaking with him. Even the Alcor diplomat has withdrawn his campaign against me.
Glad to help.
It was my honor to aid you.
You are too kind, Commander, but I would not expect you to help me out of the kindness of your heart. I also have one more thing to give you, if you are interested.
What is it?
What are you offering me?
I offer a gift of words, an affirmation of who you are and who you will become. I see your skin, tough as the scales on any Turian, unyielding, a wall between you and everyone else, but it protects you, makes you strong. That strength is what kept you alive when everyone around you was dying. You alone survived. You will continue to survive. This may be who you are, but it is not who you will become. It only forms the basis for your future greatness. Remember these words when doubt descends, Commander.
Thank you.
You have quite a gift, Shaira.
Thank you. Not everyone appreciates it as you do. Never underestimate the power of words. Here, Commander. In light of your efforts with the Alcor ambassador, I would like you to have this small trinket.
Trinket?
What is it?
A small mystery. I have never learned its use or purpose, but I sense it is time for me to pass it on.
Okay.
And now I must ask you to leave. I have done everything I can for you.
Okay. What is...
Remember my words, Commander Shepard. They will give you strength.
Okay. So then... The other ones, it required me to go to other planets. So now we want to head back to the Citadel Tower. I haven't saved in a bit, so I'm just gonna save quick. I'm getting close to another level already. We'll do another codex dump shortly and let it just kind of go through the dialogue of everything. So Citadel Tower. So let's continue the main story now. Alright, let's head on up. Captain Anderson.
Come on. Udina's presenting the Quarians' evidence to the Council.
Eden Prime was a major victory. The beacon has brought us one step closer to finding the conduit.
He's probably going to say some
closer
BS.
to the
Okay.
return of the Reapers.
That's the line that's going to matter.
Wanted proof? There it is.
This evidence is irrefutable, Ambassador. Saren will be stripped of his Spectre status, and all efforts will be made to bring him in to answer for his crimes.
I recognize the other voice, the one speaking with Saren.
Oh.
Matriarch Benezia.
Who is she?
Matriarchs are powerful Asari who have entered the final stage of their lives. Revered for their wisdom and experience, they serve as guides and mentors to my people. Matriarch Benezia is a powerful biotic, and she had many followers. She will make a formidable ally for Saren.
I'm more interested in the Reapers. What do you know about them?
Only what was extracted from the Geth's memory core. The Reapers were an ancient race of machines that wiped out the Protheans. Then they vanished.
The Geth revered
The Geth believe the Reapers are gods, and Saren is the prophet for their return.
We think the conduit is the key to bringing them back. Saren's searching for it. That's why he attacked Eden Prime.
Do we even know what this conduit is?
Not yet.
Saren thinks it can bring back the Reapers. That's bad enough.
Listen to what you're saying. Saren wants to bring back the machines that wiped out all life in the galaxy? Impossible. It has to be. Where did the Reapers go? Why did they vanish? How come we found no trace of their existence? If they were real, we'd have found something.
Look, if you know there was a race that got wiped from existence and you know what the hypothetical race was that had done that job, if someone is looking to bring that race back, whether you're skeptical or not, you probably shouldn't play around with it. You should probably nip that in the bud immediately. So you doubted me before.
I tried to warn you about Saren and you refused to face the truth. Don't make the same mistake again.
This is different. You proved Saren betrayed the Council. We all agree he's using the Geth to search for the conduit, but we don't really know why.
The Reapers are obviously just a myth, Commander. A convenient lie to cover Saren's true purpose. A legend he is using to bend the Geth to his will.
You know, I'm just gonna say you're wrong.
50,000 years ago, the Reapers wiped out all galactic civilization. If Saren finds the conduit, it will happen again.
Saren is a rogue agent on the run for his life. He no longer has the rights or resources of a Spectre. The Council has stripped him of his position.
That is not good enough. You know he's hiding somewhere in the Traverse. Send your fleet in!
Nah, that's a little...
A fleet cannot track down one man.
A Citadel fleet could secure
No,
the
yeah,
entire
this is
region,
my
keep
first time
the
playing
Geth
it.
from attacking any more of our colonies.
So good already. I'm having so much fun with it.
We won't be dragged into a galactic confrontation
yeah.
over a few dozen human
like I'm going to play through this one, then I'm going to play something else, and then come back and do the second one, something else, and then come back and do the third one. I just started it last week, but it's been crazy already.
Professor Lethos just subscribed.
Ed, thank you for the sub, man. I appreciate it. Okay, so what did it say here? Trigger a war with the Terminus system. We won't be dragged into blood confrontation over a few dozen human colonies. Send me.
I can take Saren down.
The commander's right. There is a way to stop Saren that doesn't require fleet.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how to balance,
it's too soon.
Playing through just the main story and doing side quests and stuff, because, I really want to do as much as possible, but without, I don't want it to drag out too long, because I want to try to keep a nice flow going, game to game, but I'm already, picking up so many side missions and, oh, I gotta check this out. I really love how good of a job they did, fleshing out this entire world and all the races, right off the bat. It's you're dropped into it, you don't know what any of these races are and stuff, and there's always a dialogue option or something to just give you all the backstories and lore. I'm ready.
I faced Saren on Eden Prime and exposed him for a traitor. I've proven myself.
Yeah. Thank you for the bits. I appreciate it, Solara. Yeah, I do know how the saves and stuff carry through, so that's also part of why I wanted to play through as much as possible, because I do want to keep it going through. Yeah, I took probably close to 45 minutes last week of the stream, and I just went through as much of the codex stuff, all the new entries I had. I'm planning to do the same thing again tonight. I'm going to take a chunk of time and just go through a lot of it.
Powers and privileges of the Special Tactics and Reconnaissance Branch of the Citadel.
Spectres are not trained, but chosen. Individuals forged in the fire of service and battle. Those whose actions elevate them above.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to play Andromeda
Spectres
as well.
Are an ideal, symbol, the embodiment of courage, determination.
When I started the stream last week,
they are the right hand of the Council.
When I got to the character select screen to pick which Shepard to be, I basically just said, I know who Shepard is as a character, just generally, and I knew the Normandy, and that's where my knowledge of these games stopped. So, I know nothing about these games otherwise. First human Spectre. Thank you.
I'm honored, Counselor.
Polite, even though I was just yelling how wrong they were about
He's a fugitive
Saren.
from justice, so you are authorized to use any means necessary to apprehend or eliminate him.
Okay.
Any idea where to find him?
We will forward any relevant files to Ambassador Udina.
This meeting of the Council is adjourned.
Alright.
Congratulations, Commander.
We've got a lot of work to do, Shepard. You're going to need a ship, a crew, supplies.
You'll get access to special equipment and training now. You should go down to the CSEC Academy and speak to the Spectre Requisitions.
Yeah, I remember a bunch of people getting it when it came out. But I didn't watch, like, I wasn't hanging out with anyone while they were actively playing through this game, really. So, like, I didn't actually get to sit and, like, watch anyone else play it.
I didn't even thank you.
So, like, I never even got to learn anything about the game. And it's just one that just slipped through the cracks of, like, I mean, high school, McDonald's paycheck. There's only so many games I could afford to buy, so some of them just had to get skipped. And this just ended up being one of them. And then I ended up with 3 free copies of Legendary Edition. Yeah, you knew who Garrus was, and I didn't. I thought the ambassador would be a little more grateful. Didn't even thank you. It's no big deal.
He's got a lot on his mind. Come on.
Right behind you, Shepard.
Spectre training talent unlocked. Okay, and I leveled. Let's do some more talents. I'm going all in with doing the sniping. I'm gonna get my Intimidate up. Alright. Let's just get Decryption up early. Yeah, I already think Tally is really cool too. Like, so far I've liked all of them. Rex, very amusing. I thought Rex kind of, I mean, I'm doing weird comparisons to characters that came in later media. Well, the certain forms, like, some of the dialogue with Rex kind of reminded me of Dave Bautista's Drax in Guardians of the Galaxy. Just like the calmness to being very violent. Let's get this first aid up too. But Tally I think is really cool too. And I know there's a 6th person who I haven't found yet. There's I think she's Asari. Just from the shadow of it, looked like they were in Asari. That I'm assuming we'll get at some point. Let's see. Let's get Decryption up. Let's get that next electronics. Let's go with Machinist. Is there a way to check it from here? Because it's Caden, Ashley, Rex, Garrus, and Tally. Those are the ones I have at this point. I don't know if there's a thing for looking at the squad elsewhere. Okay, so we gotta go talk to the ambassador at the docking bay, available through the elevator entrance in CSEC Academy. Okay, so we'll do the fast travel down here. Yeah, so far as I've gotten a new person, I've been updating the squad. Like right now I'm going with Garrus and Tali, and I think that's who I'm gonna roll with for the game at this point. Until I know who that 6th person is, and then I'll probably see if I want to swap out one for one of those two. But I've just been like, as I'm seeing one, I'm like, I like that person. Okay, I think this was the CSEC I needed. I'd say the biggest thing I've had an issue with so far is really just learning the map of this city. Like, the fast travel, like the rapid transit's very nice, but I had to figure out where I'm even going first. Where am I? Okay, docking bay.
Do you ever regret leaving Citadel security to pursue Saren, Garrus?
Fighting a rogue Spectre with countless lives at stake and no
And I
regulations
love
to get
all
in the
of
way,
these the
the
unique dialogue exchanges between different people in these elevators is really
Destruction of
nice.
all organic life has improved your career opportunities.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I love all the little, like, ways to just get some XP from the lore and stuff. I really appreciate when any game does that stuff. Like, or even like there's like the scenic spots where you're able to like look out over an area and it gives you a little bit of experience, like things like that are just like side things that are optional, but like it adds so much, just like the environment and world. I really like that in any game. And same with this whole codex. Any game that has that as something to dig through, which like that's become much more common in games now, but those I really like. Like last week I was talking a lot how I really love the one in The Witcher 3, because I can't remember what it's actually called. I'm just calling it the bestiary. But that one like actually tells you what to do against different enemies, and if you don't consult that, you'll encounter all kinds of enemies that you'll struggle with. So it's like actually paying attention to that lore and stuff will give you little bits of information that's useful for certain situations in the game too. Also, the Elcor are already one of my favorite races. Both Solar and I were flipping out about their like speech patterns and like stating their emotion with each sentence they were saying, because they realized that humans couldn't really get their communication.
I've got big news for you, Shepard. Captain Anderson is stepping down as commanding officer of the Normandy. The ship is yours now.
She's quick and quiet, and you know the crew.
All
Perfect
right.
ship for a Spectre. Treat her well, Commander.
What's going on?
I want the truth. Why are you stepping down, sir?
You needed your own ship. A Spectre can't answer to anyone but the Council. And it's time for me to step down.
There's more to
Come
this.
clean with me, Captain. You owe me that much.
I was in your shoes 20 years ago, Shepard. They were considering me for the Spectres.
What went wrong?
What happened?
I failed. I couldn't make the cut. It's not something I'm proud of. Ask me later and I'll tell you the whole story. For now, all you need to know is, I was sent on a mission with Saren, and he made sure the Council rejected me. I had my shot. It came and went. Now you have a chance to make up for my mistakes.
Alright. Any word on Saren?
What kind of leads do we have?
Saren's gone. Don't even try to
Yeah.
find him. But we know what he's after. The conduit. He's got us Geth scouring the
Yeah, I
traverse
loved
looking
the
for
conversations that like how different people drop breadcrumbs of information about people that's like you can choose to pursue learning more about it, or you can ignore it entirely.
Find out what Saren was after on Pharos and Noveria. Maybe you can figure out where
It
the conduit
definitely
is
like it
before
does
he
a good
leaves.
job of letting you pick like the specific play style you want to do, choosing what you want to care about and not.
The Reapers are the real threat.
I'm with the Council on this one, Shepard. I'm not sure they even exist.
But if they do exist, the conduit's the key to bringing them back. Stop Saren from getting the conduit, and we stop the Reapers from returning.
Alright, I'm on it.
I'll stop him.
We have one more lead.
Oh, yeah.
Matriarch Benezia, the other voice in that recording. She has a daughter, a scientist who specializes in the Protheans.
That's
we don't know
relevant.
if she's involved, but it might be a good idea to try and find her. See what she knows.
Yeah, same
Name's
thing. Like
Liara,
I
Dr.
picked
Liara Tassoni.
the Jane
We
default
have
one,
reports she
but I
was
was like,
exploring
I'm
an
not
archaeological
making a custom
dig
one.
on one of the uncharted worlds in the Artemis Tau cluster.
Just like because that's one of the few things I knew of the game that like when I think about this game, I picture those two shepherds. I'm like, I gotta pick one of them. Where do I want to go to first? You know, we'll do this cluster. We'll start with.
Sounds like we should head for the Artemis Tau cluster.
It's your decision, Commander. You're a Spectre now. You don't answer to us.
But your actions still reflect on humanity as a whole. You make a mess and I get stuck cleaning it up.
We'll be diplomatic here.
I'll try not to make things any harder on you, Ambassador.
Glad to hear it, Commander. Remember,
I was gonna say
you
that's
are
your
human
job
long
because I
before
don't
you're a
always love
Spectre.
his dialogue and how he comes
I have
across.
a meeting
but
to get to.
gonna try
Captain
to be
Anderson
polite.
can answer any questions you might have.
Okay, that's good to know.
Yes, Commander?
I want to know the truth about you and
Yeah,
Saren.
and honestly, I didn't even know Mass
about the
Effect had
mission you were
DLC,
on
so just
together
you
all those
mentioning
years
that,
ago.
that would have went over
We
my
had
head.
intel on a rogue scientist being funded by Batarian interests. He was trying to set up a facility to develop illegal AI technology out in the Verge. Alliance Intel had done all the work.
Yeah, I guess this
But the
game,
Council
I
wanted
think,
a
still
spectacle.
probably would have been...
We compromised.
In 2007...
I was assigned to help Saren in his investigation.
I mean,
We
Oblivion
tracked the
had
scientist to a
some
refining facility
DLC,
on Kamala.
but it was still
He
a
was
somewhat
hidden
new
away somewhere
concept.
inside, protected by an army of Batarian mercenaries. The plan was simple. Sneak into the plant, capture the scientist, sneak back out. Quick, quiet, and a minimum of bloodshed.
I'm guessing things didn't go as planned?
Saren and I split up to cover more ground. Then about halfway through the mission, there was a massive explosion in the refinery core. Officially, it was ruled an accident, but I think Saren detonated it on purpose to draw off the enemy guards.
How many casualties?
The explosion tore the refinery to shreds. The whole place was on fire.
Oof.
Black chemical clouds poured out into the atmosphere. Nobody inside survived. There was a camp for the workers and their families nearby. Between the fires and the toxic fumes, the final death count was over 500. Mostly civilians. Saren didn't care. The target was eliminated, mission accomplished, and I ended up taking the blame. That ended all talk of me joining the Spectres.
Saren caused the explosion. How'd he pin it on you?
In his report, Saren accused me of blowing his cover.
Oh, wow.
He said it was my fault the guards were ready for us.
That's crazy. I didn't know about that either.
Saren's report was all the proof the Council needed to kill my chances of becoming a Spectre.
Wasn't your fault.
Don't blame yourself, Captain.
I don't. I blame Saren. I think he wanted things to go bad. He was looking for an excuse to blow that refinery. Maybe he just likes the violence. Maybe he was just trying to make me look bad to keep humans out of the Spectres. If so, he pulled it off.
Why'd you let him get away with it?
Who do you think the Council was going to listen to? Me? Or their best agent? I had a bad feeling about him right from the start. I should have been more careful. Maybe I could have stopped things before they got out of hand.
Okay. Let's see. Okay, that's gonna loop
The only
around.
thing I care about is stopping Saren.
You're right, Commander. It's no good.
Proud to be an enemy. Investigate. Let's learn about
Any
each of
extra
these.
intel you can give me on our colony at Pharos?
The entire planet used to be one giant Prothean city. Mostly ruins now. But some of the infrastructure is still intact. The colony tried to build on what the Protheans left behind. We lost all contact with them when the Geth attacked.
Oh yeah, that's...
What do you know about the Artemis Tau cluster?
Not much. I've never been there myself. A handful of systems with a few small, uncharted worlds, but no real colonies. Might not be easy finding Dr. Tassoni out there. My advice is to look for the world with the Prothean ruins.
Good
What can you tell me about Novaria?
Novaria's trouble. Always has been. The whole planet's basically a center for corporations to conduct illegal research.
Artemis Fowl Cluster.
Watch your back there, Shepard. Spectres are about the only form of Citadel authority Novaria respects. But they aren't popular.
Okay.
I should go.
I'll be here if you need anything.
Alright, so we get to go... Oh, why is there? Inspect. There, yep, some more codex points. Thrusters. Alright, save. Now let's do a codex dump. Kind of recap some of this stuff. Does my personal history summary get updated? Nope, okay. Nothing else there. Okay, aliens. So Quarians. When Quarians of the Migrant Fleet reach young adulthood, they must leave their birth ship and find a new crew to accept them as permanent residents. To prove themselves, they must recover something of value. This is offered to their prospective captain as proof they will not be a mere burden on the shoestring resources of the ship. This process is called the pilgrimage. Stripped of ritual, a pilgrimage is merely an attempt to maintain genetic diversity within the small, relatively isolated population bases that make up the Migrant Fleet. If the young stayed and married within their birth vessel, the risk of inbreeding would increase sharply. Yeah, Quarians are surgically fitted with their various immunity-boosting implants in preparation for leaving on pilgrimage. Having grown up within the sterile, controlled environments of the migrant fleet ships, Quarians have virtually no natural immune system. Yeah. I would definitely be down for that. That would be very fun. I mean, add it to the list. We'll have that one. We've got the Phantasy Star one on the way. Okay, I don't think did I read about CSEC? No, we didn't learn about this one yet. Okay. Citadel Security is a volunteer police service answering to the Citadel Council. 200,000 constables of CSEC are responsible for maintaining public order in the densely populated Citadel. They also provide pirate suppression, customs enforcement, and search and rescue throughout the Citadel cluster. CSEC has 6 divisions: enforcement, uniformed officers who patrol the Citadel and respond to emergencies; investigation, detectives who puzzle out the truth behind crimes and bring perpetrators to justice; customs, screens the thousands of passengers and cargo containers that pass through the Citadel ports every day; network, deal with cyber crimes like identity and copyright theft, hacking and viral attacks, and illegal artificial intelligence; special response deals with hostage situations, bombs, and heavily armed criminals. In the unlikely event that attackers board the Citadel, they are also the front line of defense, armed with military-grade equipment. Patrol, naval arm, with ships stationed throughout the Citadel cluster. Unlike the other divisions, they are rarely seen at the Citadel, nor do they stay in one place long. Yeah, Phantasy Star with the Mass Effect lore. I feel like that would not be that difficult to pull off, doing that switch. Yeah, I feel like some of it, I mean, depending on how time clears up for me in the future too and stuff, I mean, you've DM'd so much of this stuff. If you would like to be the player in one of the campaigns, I have no problem. One of these things I'll take the reins on and set up something that will hopefully go better than the town takeover that first time I tried DMing. Okay, joining CSEC is prestigious. Applications must be sponsored by a Citadel Counselor or the ambassador of an Associate Council race. Generally, applicants have many years of distinguished service in the military or police forces of their nation, but an inexperienced applicant with demonstrable talent will be fairly considered. CSEC inspectors are often at odds. Many CSEC members, notably current executor Venari Palin, believe that allowing inspectors to be above the law is a dangerous practice. The actions of Saren Arterius lend credence to this position. Inspectors, in turn, are aggravated when CSEC's dedication to procedure and due process hampers their investigations. Citadel is surrounded by a blue-tinted reflection nebula. The light of the nebula is actually light from the Citadel scattered and reflected back at the station. Interesting. At first, the Serpent Nebula was assumed to be made of microscopic construction debris. Prevailing theory holds that the Protheans used molecular nanotechnology to manufacture the incredibly durable materials used in the Citadel, but unlike other nebulae, the Serpent does not dissipate over time. Therefore, it must be replenished constantly. The current popular theory is that non-recyclable waste collected by Citadel's keepers is somehow rendered down to the atomic or molecular level and ejected into the cloud. Microplastics, that's all it is. Thick nebula presents a navigation hazard. Beyond the relatively clear areas around the Citadel, electrical discharges are common. These are not blocked by kinetic barriers and can severely damage metal-framed starships. In addition, some dense knots of dust can overwhelm the repulsion of kinetic barriers on smaller ships. If such a vessel is moving fast enough at the time, the effects are similar to being hit by a sandblaster. Attempting to reach the Citadel through open space navigation is unadvisable. The only safe approach is through the various mass relays that orbit it. I don't think I remembered seeing ammo specifically. Yeah, this was the only one I got, was just the Omni Gel for like doing the upgrades. If there was a separate thing for ammo, I did not see that one. Okay, so did I learn about? No, okay. Dreadnought is the ultimate arbiter of space warfare. Millions of tons of metal, ceramic, and polymer dedicated to production of firepower against an enemy vessel of like ability. No sane commander would face a Dreadnought with anything less than another Dreadnought. A Dreadnought's power lies in the length of its main gun. Dreadnoughts range from 800 meters to 1 kilometer long, with a main gun of commensurate length. An 800-meter mass accelerator is capable of accelerating one 2-kilogram slug to a velocity of 283 kilometers per second every 2 seconds. Each slug has the kinetic energy of 38 kilotons of TNT, 3 times the energy released by the fission weapon that destroyed Hiroshima. When used to bombard planets, some of this kinetic energy is lost due to atmospheric re-entry friction. As a rule of thumb, each Earth atmosphere of air pressure saps approximately 20% of a projectile's impact energy. Turian fleet presently has 37 dreadnoughts, the Asari 21, the Solarian 16. Humanity has 6, with an additional hull under construction at Arcturus Station. Alliance battleships are named for mountains of Earth. Everest. There's just a bug on the wall. Let's just get it out of the way. It's bothering me out of the corner of my eye. Everest class, Everest, Fuji, Elbrus. Kilimanjaro class, Kilimanjaro, Taishan, Shasta, and Aconcagua. Okay. That's that's an interesting one. I do like reading through all these codex entries too, like the fact that they take the time to explain the science behind the stuff. Like, I appreciate the fact that they're like trying to give you some explanation of how everything works, as opposed to just it does this thing and it just magically works. Yeah. Okay. Mass effect drive core decreases the mass of a bubble of space-time around a ship. This gives the ship the potential to move quickly, but does not apply any motive power. Ships use their sublight thrusters for motive power at FTL. There are several varieties of thruster varying in performance versus economy. All ships are equipped with arrays of hydrogen-oxygen reaction control thrusters for maneuvering. Ion drives electrically accelerate charged particles as a reaction mass. They are extremely efficient but produce negligible thrust. They are mainly used for automated cargo barges. Primary commercial engine is a fusion torch, which vents the plasma of the ship's power plant. Fusion torches offer powerful acceleration at the cost of difficult heat management. Torch fuel is fairly cheap. Helium-3 skimmed from gas giants and deuterium extracted from seawater cometary bodies. Propellant is hydrogen, likewise skimmed from gas giants. Yeah, the explanations were really well done, I thought. Alright, where were we? In combat, military vessels require accelerations beyond the capability of fusion torches. Warship thrusters inject antiprotons into a reaction chamber filled with hydrogen. The matter-antimatter annihilation provides unmatched motive power. The drawback is fuel production. Antiprotons must be manufactured one particle at a time. Most antimatter production is done in a massive solar arrays orbiting energetic stars, making them high-value targets at wartime. The exhaust of fusion and antiproton drives is measured in millions of degrees Celsius. Any vessel caught behind them will melt like wax in a blowtorch. Any long-duration interstellar flight consists of 2 phases, acceleration and deceleration. Starships accelerate to the halfway point of their journey, then flip 180 degrees and apply thrust in the opposite vector, decelerating as they finish the trip. Engines are always operating and peak speed is attained at the middle of the flight. Okay. Blade of armor. Warship's kinetic barriers reduce the damage from solid objects, but can do nothing to block guardian lasers, particle beams, and other forms of directed energy weapons. The inner layer of warship protection consists of a blade of armor plate designed to boil away when heated. The vaporized armor material scatters a dew beam, rendering it ineffectual. A scaffold is built around the interior pressure hull with sheets of a blade of armor hung from the structure. Ships typically have multiple layers of armor separated by empty baffles. Space is often used for cargo storage. Cruisers, which lack the internal space to fit dedicated fighter hangars, store the shipboard fighter complement in the baffles. It is not unknown for an enlisted crew to build illicit alcohol distilleries in some obscure corner of the baffles, safe from prying eyes. Okay, we saw biotic amps, so just communications for administration. We haven't read. While comm buoys allow rapid transmission, there's a finite amount of bandwidth available. Given that trillions of people may be trying to pass a message through a given buoy at one time, access to the network is parceled out in priority tiers. Citadel Council inspectors have absolute priority. If they are using all of the bandwidth, everyone else must wait. Individual governments and their militaries enjoy the next highest tier. During wartime, civilian communication can suffer hours or even days of lag. Intelligence agencies study ping time through various systems to predict military buildups. Below the governments and militaries, bandwidth priority is sold to the highest bidder. Media conglomerates, particularly headline news networks, purchase higher priority to provide their viewers with timely information. Corporations that require timely information and response capability, for example, financial institutions and investment firms, also invest heavily in priority access. The funds acquired through sales of bandwidth are used to maintain and expand the communications infrastructure. While everyone with a computer has guaranteed free and unlimited access to the galactic extranet, they are last in line for bandwidth and may have to wait for their requests to be processed. Bandwidth resale corporations use investment capital to purchase blocks of high-priority access made available by paid subscription. Yep, just ISPs. And they are not great.
In the early 2160s,
Alright.
the Alliance began
Now it's the ones that they
aggressive
read
colonization
themselves
of
so I
worlds
can
in the
drink
Skillian
water.
Verge, much to the dismay of the Batarians, who had been developing the region for several decades. In 2171, the Batarians petitioned the Council to declare the Verge a zone of Batarian interest. The Council refused, however, declaring unsettled worlds in the region open to human colonization. In protest, the Batarians closed their Citadel embassy and severed official diplomatic relations with the Council,
Okay,
effectively
interesting.
becoming a rogue state. They instigated a proxy war in the Verge by funneling money and weapons to criminal organizations, urging them to strike at human colonies. Hostilities peaked with the Skillian Blitz of 2176, an attack on the human capital of Elysium by Batarian-funded pirates and slavers. In 2178, the Alliance retaliated with a crushing assault on the moon of Torfin, long used as a staging base by Batarian-backed criminals. In the aftermath, the Batarians retreated into their own systems and are now rarely seen in Citadel space.
Okay.
The Elcor are a Citadel species native to the high-gravity world Dakuna. They are massive creatures, standing on 4 muscular legs for increased stability. Elcor move slowly, an evolved response to an environment where a fall can be lethal. This has colored their psychology, making them deliberate and conservative. Elcor's speech is ponderous and monotone. Among themselves, scent, slight movements, and sub-vocalized infrasound convey shades of meaning that make a human
I think
smile
that's
seem
helps
as
like
subtle as a
make it make
fireworks
sense
display.
to ask the dialogue
Since
of
their
like just
subtlety
asking
can
questions
lead
like
to
I don't know who this
misunderstandings
is or
with other
like
species. The Elcor often go out of their way to clarify when they are being
or,
sarcastic, amused,
like learning
or
about
angry. Dakuna's high gravity impedes mountain
Krogans
formation. Most of the
and,
world consists of flat, open plains, which prehistoric
one of
Elcor
the
wandered
others,
across in small
like
family
that
bands.
uprising
Modern
that occurred and all
Elcor
that
still
other
prefer
stuff,
open sky
and how they
can become
like
restless
species
and
that were like
uncomfortable
wiped out
on long
like
starship journeys.
4,000 years prior or whatever it was. That like you didn't know about, but there's just a statue to commemorate like that conflict that occurred, and they're like, this is why that statue's there, and then they just give you all the lore of that. It's like, oh, that's why this race is important.
The Krogan evolved in a hostile and vicious environment. Until the invention of gunpowder weapons, eaten by
the Rachni,
predators
that's
was still
what
the
it
number
was.
one cause of Krogan fatalities. Afterwards, it was death
The thing
by
that I thought was
gunshot.
interesting
When the
was,
Solarians
yeah,
discovered them,
I want to know
the
what
Krogan
exactly
were
this
a brutal,
wait till it
primitive
gets to it.
species, struggling to survive a self-inflicted nuclear winter. The Solarians culturally uplifted them, teaching them to use and build modern technology, so they could serve
Okay,
as
there's the
soldiers in the Rachni
explanation's
War.
coming.
Liberated from the harsh conditions of their homeworld, the quick-breeding Krogan experienced an unprecedented population explosion. They began to colonize nearby worlds, even though these worlds were already inhabited. The Krogan rebellions lasted nearly a century.
It's interesting to
only
me
ending when
that
the
they used the
Turians
Krogan
unleashed the
to basically
Genophage,
render the
a
Rachni
Solarian-developed
extinct.
bioweapon that crushed all Krogan resistance.
And then the Krogan had this
Genophage makes
boom in their
only 1 in
population growth,
1,000 pregnancies
and their
viable.
solution was
And today,
to not
the
just
Krogan are a
outright
slowly
render them
dying
extinct,
breed.
but to do the
Understandably,
genophage.
The Krogan harbor a grudge against all other species, especially
to me,
the Turians.
that to me makes me right now at least be a little distrusting of some of the council's motives for doing things, because their approach seems to be when a species causes an issue, one way or another, they just wipe that species out. With the Rachni here, and then with what they did to the Krogans. So, like, I don't know if something's going to occur later, but, like, to me, that just screams a big red flag that some of how the council operates I'm not on board with.
Driven from their home system by the Geth nearly 3 centuries ago, most Quarians now live aboard the Migrant Fleet, a flotilla of 50,000 vessels ranging in size from passenger shuttles to mobile space stations. Home to 17 million Quarians, the flotilla understandably has scarce resources. Because of this, each Quarian must go on a rite of passage known as the Pilgrimage when they come of age. They leave the fleet and only return once they have found something of value they can bring back to their people. Other species tend to look down on the Quarians for creating the Geth and for the negative impact their fleet has when it enters a system. This has led to many myths and rumors about the Quarians, including the belief that underneath their clothes and breathing masks, they are actually cybernetic creatures,
that,
a combination
I mean,
of
not
organic
every species
and
so
synthetic
far, but
parts.
they've fleshed out, like, for you understanding the relationships between different species and, like, history from their interactions and conflicts that have occurred.
Pharos is a habitable world in the Attican Beta Cluster. 2/3 of the habitable surface is covered with the ruins of a crumbling Prothean megatropolis. In the millennia since the Prothean extinction, the ruins have been repeatedly picked over by looters many times. Pharos was considered a poor prospect for colonization, as little open ground remains for agriculture. The only sizable freshwater sources are the poles, which are tapped by the decaying Prothean aqueduct systems. The dead cities, while in good condition considering their antiquity, are of uncertain stability. Ground level is congested by a dozen meters of fallen debris, and the air is fouled by dust. In 2178, the Human Exogeny Corporation announced its intention to place a permanent colony on Pharos to thoroughly explore the ruins. The pioneer settlement was placed on the upper levels of several intact skyscrapers, using the surviving Prothean aqueducts and rooftop hydroponic gardens to support the population.
That's going to be interesting to explore when we do.
Noveria is a cool, rocky world with most of its hydrosphere locked up in massive glaciers. A privately chartered colony world, the planet is owned by the Noveria
And I love having these
Development
codex entries
Corporation
for the
Holding
planets in
Company.
advance, because
The
like I know I'm going to be
NBC
going
is
to
funded
those
by
two
investment capital
soon.
from 2 dozen high-technology
So this like lets
development
me,
firms and administrated by an executive
like,
board
for me at least,
representing
like
their
I'm going to get to
interests.
like
The
create this
investors
picture in
built
my
remote
head of what I
hot
think
labs
it's
in
all going to look
isolated
like, and then
locations
get to
across
land there and be like,
Noveria's
oh wow,
surface.
this is what it
These
actually looks
facilities
like.
are used
But
for research
see,
too
like, was it
dangerous
close
or
to what, like,
controversial
did
to
how
be
they describe
performed
it be
elsewhere,
close to what I
as
pictured?
Noveria is technically not part of Citadel space and
Yeah.
therefore exempt from council law.
That's now another
By
spot where
special
it's not
arrangement,
too high for her,
Citadel's
but she
special
gets to be up
tactics
and
and
watch them.
reconnaissance agents have been granted extraterritorial privileges, but it remains to be seen how committed the
Yeah,
executive
I
board
like
is
that
to
with any game that
principle.
has like
Given its
the
unique
planet
situation,
exploration or other
it is
things. Like you get to
understandable
choose
that
the order
Noveria
and how
is
you want to
often
do them.
implicated in all manner of wild conspiracy theories.
And then Uncharted Worlds.
There are between 200 and 400 billion stars in the galaxy, and less than 1% of them have ever been visited or had their systems properly surveyed. Humanity's early expansion into the Attican Traverse was haphazard, a desperate race to claim habitable planets where populations can be economically settled. Ignored in the
Yeah, I
wake
feel
of
like
this
I'm going to
land
spend a
grab,
lot of
were
like
thousands of less
a lot of time doing the side
hospitable
quests,
worlds,
and then
potentially rich with
be like,
industrial
okay, I guess I should
resources.
wrap up this
The
planet.
wealth of entire solar systems lies untapped.
'Cause that's what I do with any of
waiting
these
for
kinds of
corporate survey
games. Like,
teams or independent
that's what I
pioneers
did
to
with
discover and
Outer Worlds when I
exploit
played that. Like I
However,
did
this is
everything
not
on the
an easy
planet
task.
that I had to
In
do,
addition
that
to
I
the
could
environmental
do
hazards,
up
fact
until the
that
point where I
uncharted
had to do a
worlds
main
are
story
largely
quest to like
ignored
progress
makes them popular
somewhere else
bases
and then
for
trigger the
criminals,
next wave of stuff.
revolutionaries,
But
cults, and others who wish to remain unnoticed by galactic society.
okay. Weapons.
Combat hard suits use a dual-layer system.
Okay, we
to
already
protect
learned
the
about
wearer.
body armor, so
All
small
modern
arms.
infantry weapons, from pistols to assault
Okay, so this
rifles,
is
use
actually the thing about the
microscaled mass
weapons.
accelerator technology. Projectiles consist of tiny metal slugs suspended within a mass-reducing field, accelerated by magnetic force to speeds that inflict kinetic damage. The ammo magazine is a simple block of metal. The gun's internal computer calculates the mass needed to reach the target based on distance, gravity, and atmospheric pressure, then shears off an appropriate-sized slug from the block. A single block can supply thousands of rounds, making ammo a non-issue during any engagement. Top-line weapons also feature
I kind of assumed
smart
Andromeda
targeting
was like a
that
full-blown
allows them to
spin-off.
correct
Like
for
I
weather
know even
and
less about that one.
Firing on a target in a howling gale feels the same as it does on a calm day at the practice range. Smart targeting does not mean a bullet will automatically find the mark every time the trigger is pulled. It only makes it easier for the marksman to aim.
Cool. Alright, so that's all the codex. It's only like 20 minutes to get through it all. So yeah, so we can go to Pharos to investigate some Geth stuff, Novaria for Geth stuff, or find the matriarch's daughter. So I'm going to do that one first, I think. But I think first we got to go back onto the Normandy.
Stand by, shore party. Decontamination in progress.
Yes, shore party, because we were ashore. Not as I mispronounced it last week.
I heard what happened to Captain Anderson. Survives 100 battles and then gets taken down by
Oh, okay, I see.
Just watch your back, Commander. Things go bad on this mission, you're next on their chopping block.
I'm ready.
Saren's out there somewhere, and we're gonna find him.
Everyone on this ship's behind you, Commander. 100%. Intercom's open. If you got anything you want to say to the crew, now's the time.
Let's be honest with them.
This is Commander Shepard speaking. We have our orders. Find Saren before he finds the conduit. I won't lie to you, crew. This mission isn't going to be easy.
Humanity must do its part.
For too long, our species has stood apart from the others. Now it's time for us to step up and do our part for the rest of the galaxy. Time to show them what humans are made of.
Saren will be ready for us.
Our enemy knows we're coming. When we go into the Traverse, Saren's followers will be waiting for us. But we'll be ready for them, too.
Everyone's counting on us.
Humanity needs to do this. Not just for our own sake, but for the sake of every other species in Citadel space. Saren must be stopped, and I promise you all, we will stop him.
Well said, Commander. Captain will be proud.
I won't let him down.
The Captain gave up everything so I could have this chance. We can't fail.
Yes, ma'am.
Anyways, now I'm over here.
Commander, something you need?
Let's just have a quick chat.
How's the Normandy performing? Is she everything they said she'd be?
She's the best ship in the fleet. If you've got a pilot who knows how to handle her. Balance isn't what you'd expect. Takes a while to get used to that oversized drive core we got stuffed in the back, and her power can sneak up on you if you're not careful. The Normandy's probably too much ship for your average Alliance pilot, Commander. Lucky for you, I'm anything but average.
I'm built different.
I like to know my crew. Mind if I ask you a few questions?
I can see where this is going. You did a background check on me, didn't you? Well, I'll tell you the same thing I told the captain. You want me as your pilot. I'm not good. I'm not even great. I am the best damn helmsman in the Alliance fleet.
Good for you, man.
Top of my class in flight school, I earned that. All those commendations in my file, I earned every single one. Those weren't given to me as charity for my disease.
What disease?
What are you talking about? Are you sick?
You mean you didn't know? Oh, crap. Okay, I've got Vrolik syndrome, brittle bone disease. The bones in my legs never develop properly. They're basically hollow, too much force and they'll shatter. Even with crutches and my leg braces, it's hard to get around. One wrong step and crack! It's very dramatic. But I've learned to manage my condition, Commander. Put the Normandy in my hands and I'll make her dance for you. Just don't ask me to get up and dance unless, you like the sound of snapping shin bones.
Say, how'd you get your nickname?
Why does everyone call you Joker?
It's a lot
because my legs are a joke.
Alliance Flight Lieutenant Jeff Moreau. Plus, I love to make little children laugh.
I was just thinking how much you remind me of Santa Claus.
Look, I didn't pick the name. One of the instructors in flight school used to bug me about never smiling. She started calling me Joker, and it stuck.
Were you unhappy?
Why didn't you ever smile?
Hey, I worked my ass off in flight school, Commander. The world's not gonna hand you anything if you go around grinning like an idiot. By the end of the year, I was the best pilot in the academy, even better than the instructors, and everybody knew it. They'd all got their asses kicked by the sickly kid with the creaky little legs. One guess who was smiling at graduation?
I need to know more about this Rolex syndrome if I'm putting my ship in your hands.
Yeah, of course you do. It's an extremely rare condition. Nobody knows exactly what
I would love if I get out of this and there's a
genetic
codex entry
treatable,
on
but there's no
holidays
cure.
that still
They
exists.
classify my case as moderate to severe. I was born with over a dozen fractures, hip, thighs, ankles, my
Oh,
bones
so
were
he
already
would fit in any of these commercials
100
that
years ago, I
are, do you
wouldn't
have
survive
moderate
past
to
my first
severe?
year.
Insert
Lucky
illness
for me,
here.
modern medical science has turned me into a productive member of society.
You're not gonna break a bone trying to fly the ship, are you?
I don't fly with my feet, Commander, so I'm fine as long as I'm in this chair. I gotta be real careful when I get up to take a piss, though. I can do my job as well as anyone on the ship. Better, actually. So don't worry about it.
I'm not trying to make you uncomfortable. Let's talk about something else.
Whatever you want, Commander.
I need to know more about this Rolex syndrome if I'm putting
I
my
click that
ship
one
in your
already?
hands.
Yeah, of course you do. It's an extremely rare condition. Nobody knows exactly what causes it. Genetic, maybe. It's treatable, but there's no cure. They classify
yeah, I did click
100
through
years
that
ago,
one.
I wouldn't have survived past my first.
I have to go.
All right, see ya.
I want
Commander.
to keep investigating.
Something you need?
Personal history.
How'd you end up joining the Alliance?
Look, if you're looking for an inspirational tale of the crippled kid overcoming impossible odds, you're gonna be disappointed.
I was a crippled
My mother was
nepo.
a civilian contractor working for the Alliance. I basically grew up on the Arcturus station back when they were building up the fleets. Spend all that time around Alliance ships, there's a good chance you'll end up going to the Academy.
I'll just keep asking him to explain the disease over and over before I walk away.
How's the Normandy performing? Is she everything they said she'd be?
She's the best ship in the fleet, if you've got a pilot who knows how to handle her. Balance isn't what you'd expect. Takes a while to get you.
Okay,
The
so we
Normandy's
did see that
probably
one as
too
well.
much ship for your average Alliance pilot.
Just want to
Commander.
talk.
Lucky for you, I'm anything but average.
I like to know my crew. Mind if I ask you a few questions?
Okay, that's the
Top of
same
my
one
class in
again.
flight school, I earned that.
Didn't
All
mean to
those common-
insult. Okay. So we did
even
get
put the
everything.
Normandy in my hands and I'll make her dance for you.
I have to go.
All right,
Okay.
see you.
That's enough talking to him. None of these people want to chat. I get it. Noted. I do all your performance reviews.
If anyone has to take over for Captain Anderson, I'm glad it's you. I'm not sure about having non-humans on our ship, though.
You doubt my decisions,
I'm in
racist
charge,
jackass.
Presley. I decide if we have non-humans on this vessel.
Yes, ma'am. Understood, ma'am.
Speak freely, Presley. I want to know if you have a problem with non-humans.
It's not that, Commander.
I would
Humanity has
love
always
if that's
handled
just
its
a
own
whole
problems.
side quest where
Saren
you just have to
attacked
sit
one of
there
our colonies.
for like
We should
4
be able
hours
to
of
stop
in-game
it.
time as there's
We
just a
don't need
line
your
of people that just all have to come in and you have to give them all scores.
Some people think asking for help is a sign of weakness. That's just being stupid and stubborn. No matter how strong you
Yeah,
are.
that 100% would be a Yakuza
I guess
minigame.
so. Maybe I'm just stuck in the old ways of thinking. But don't worry, Commander. This won't be a problem.
Personal
How
questions.
did you end up assigned to the Normandy?
I signed up with the Alliance as a navigator right out of school, following in my grandfather's footsteps, I guess. My first posting was on the Agincourt. We were at Elysium during the Skillian Blitz. A massive fleet of alien raiders hit the colony, trying to wipe it out. They had the numbers, but their ships were no match for an Alliance frigate. It was a slaughter. We couldn't even keep track of how many ships they lost.
Now you're here.
How'd you end up on the Normandy?
I got my officer's commission after Elysium. Must have made an impression on the right people. Captain asked for me when he was picking his crew.
Carry on, Presley.
Yes, ma'am.
Why did that give me 2 for Renegade? Alright, let's go downstairs. It's like, I'm not clear what about that caused Renegade points to get earned. Caden, how's it going, man? Oh, okay.
Anything you need, Commander?
Looking for personal.
Just trying to get a sense of where the crew's at. Thoughts?
I've wasted enough of your time for now, Commander. We'll have time for personal debriefings later.
Oh, sounds like he needs an
What's your
appraisal.
opinion on the last mission?
I don't see how we could have done things any better. At least not without getting to Eden Prime sooner. And we were on the scene faster than any other Alliance ship could have been.
Okay.
We'll talk another time, Lieutenant.
Commander?
That's that. Oh, sleeper pod. Let's examine that. Nothing else back here. Yeah, I didn't fire him outright, so I'm a renegade for condoning it.
Yes, Commander? Is there something you need?
I think this is dialogue I've already gotten to see.
How did you end up serving on an Alliance ship?
I enlisted.
Okay.
But humanity.
Everything.
But there's something special
Alright,
about
so
where
she doesn't
go.
have
Goodbye,
anything
Commander.
new actually from talking to her. Yeah. I feel like Caden, you learn a little bit when you talk to the doctor, like to learn about like his bio stuff. I mean, Ashley coming to you like had some shit happen on Eden Prime. But yeah, otherwise, I mean, it's also like makes sense the first ones would be humans to pair with you. But like makes sense to me that like everything after that would be all the alien races. I really want to know who the person is that played through it and was like I don't want to deal with any of these aliens, only humans, and then kept Caden and Ashley for the entire game.
Nice ship you've got, Shepard. What can I do for you?
What's your story, Rex?
Yeah, let's learn about
no
them.
Story.
Oh.
Go ask the Quarian if you want stories.
Come
You Krogans live for centuries. Don't tell me you haven't had a few interesting adventures.
Well, there was this one time the Turians almost wiped out our entire race. That was fun.
That's
I
unfortunate.
heard about that. You know, they almost did the same to us.
It's not the same.
It seems pretty much the same to me.
Oh, I probably said.
So your people were infected with a genetic mutation? An infection that makes only a few in 1,000 children survive birth? And I suppose it's destroying your entire species?
See your
I suppose it isn't all the same.
I don't expect you to understand, but don't compare humanity's fate with the Krogan.
Oh.
Sorry, Rex. I wasn't trying to get you upset.
Your ignorance doesn't upset me, Shepard. As for the Krogan, I gave up on them long ago. The genophage infected us, but it's not what's killing us.
Let's learn about that.
Are your people really dying?
We're sure not getting any stronger. We're too spread out. None of us are interested in staying in our own system.
So.
Lots of species have left their homes and prospered.
But they go to colonize new worlds. We're not settlers. We're warriors. We want to fight. So we leave. Hire ourselves out. And most of us never go back.
Alright, the
What can you
genophage.
tell me about the genophage?
Ask the Solarians if you want details. They made it. All I know, it makes breeding nearly impossible. Thousands die in stillbirth, and most never get that far. Every Krogan is infected. Every one. And no one's rushing to find a cure.
Why don't the Krogan try to find a cure?
When was the last time you saw a Krogan scientist? You ask a Krogan. Would he rather find a cure for the genophage or fight for credits? He'll choose fighting every time.
Could always work with another species to find a cure.
I can't change that. Nobody can.
So long, Rex.
All right.
Commander?
How are we doing?
What's your opinion of the last mission?
Kinda wish you'd got there sooner, Commander. No offense, I appreciate the rescue. I just wish...
You wish we'd been able to save the rest of your unit.
Yes, ma'am. If I had been more alert, we wouldn't have been cut down by an ambush.
The Geth are perfect ambushers. They don't move, they don't make noise, they don't even breathe.
They have flashlight heads, ma'am. I'll make sure it doesn't happen again.
Do you have a few minutes to talk? One-on-one?
I'm sorry, Commander. I need to get my duty squared away.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind talking more later, though.
Yeah, that makes sense. And I don't know if there's any other big scientific species to talk to. So I got a couple licenses, so I guess we'll see if he's got anything
Looking
new.
for supplies?
How often will you get new items?
Okay, that's just
Check back
the
off, see what
general
you got.
dialogue
You bet.
about that stuff. Okay. Okay, yeah, there's a lot of stuff now. Let's buy that. So I can carry more grenades. Can't afford that, so... Not buying anything. Mostly just wanted to see how the inventory expanded. Garrus, what's
Thanks
up?
for bringing me on board, Commander. I knew working with the Spectre would be better than life at CSEC.
Have you worked with the Spectre before?
Well, no, but I know what they're like. Spectres make their own rules. You're free to handle things your way. At CSEC, you're buried by rules. The damn bureaucrats are always on your back.
True.
Being a Spectre does have its advantages.
Exactly my point. If I'm trying to take down a suspect, it shouldn't matter how I do it, as long as I do it. But CSEC wants it done their way. Protocol and procedure come first. That's why I left.
I see.
So you just quit because you didn't like the way they do things?
There's more to it than that. It didn't start out bad, but as I rose in ranks, I got saddled with more and more red tape. CSEC's handling of Saren was typical. I just couldn't take it anymore. I hate
It's a tough decision.
I hope you made the right choice. I'd hate for you to regret it later.
Well, that's sort of why I teamed up with you. It's a chance for me to get off the Citadel, see how things are done outside CSEC. Either way, I plan to make the most of this.
He's just doing a little study abroad
And
program.
without CSEC headquarters looking over my shoulder, well, maybe I can get the job done my way for a change.
Sounds good.
As long as you do your job well, you're free to go about your business as you see fit.
Thank you, Commander.
I'm kind of just letting it fly. I think right now I'm actually pretty split. So I don't really know anything about how this system works. Like, I don't know what occurs as these grow. I'm just kind of picking the dialogue options that, like, in the moment I'm like, yeah, I'll go with that one. But I have no clue, like, what the repercussions are for either one of those, like, filling up. Let's talk to Tali.
Your ship's amazing, Shepard. I've never seen a drive core like this before. I can't believe you were able to fit it into a ship this small. I'm starting to understand why you humans have been so successful. I had no idea Alliance vessels were so advanced.
Okay. Ship's
Enormous
initial.
prototype, cutting-edge technology.
A month ago, I was patching a makeshift fuel line into a converted tug ship in the flotilla. Now, I'm sitting on board one of the most advanced vessels in Citadel space. I have to thank you again for bringing me along.
Yeah,
Traveling
I
on
think
a vessel like this is a dream come true for me.
You're in the
I had
ships.
no idea you found ship technology so interesting.
It comes with being a Quarian. The migrant fleet is the key to the survival of my people. Ships are our most valuable resource. But we don't have anything like this. We make do with cast-offs and second-hand equipment. We just try to keep them running for as long as we can. Some of the fleet's larger vessels date all the way back to our original flight from the Geth.
It's 300 years
I can't
ago.
believe your fleet's still using ships that are 3 centuries old.
They're constantly being repaired, modified, and refitted. They aren't pretty, but they work. Mostly. We've tried to make ourselves as independent as possible on the flotilla. Grow our own food, mine, and process our own fuel. But some things we just can't make on our own. A patch to maintain the hull integrity requires raw materials we just don't have. That's why our pilgrimages are so important.
Alright, let's work through all of
Tell me
these.
about your people.
Our lives aren't easy. Resources are scarce, and we are constantly on the move. Everything we do must in some way contribute to the continuation of the migrant fleet. There are 17 million Quarians in the flotilla.
Yeah, I think it's such an interesting concept for their species too. Like, when they hit age, they all, like, leave to, like go learn and stuff, but, like, it's all coming from a duty of returning to do something to better their entire species. Like, it's a very interesting concept.
What kind of freedoms?
Well, it's illegal for parents to have more than one child. If our population grows too much, it would strain our resources to their breaking point. Of course, we also can't allow our numbers to become too few. If our population is in decline, the rule against single births is temporarily repealed. In extreme cases of population decline, incentives are even offered to encourage multiple births, though the Conclave hasn't had to take such measures in nearly a century.
That's your government.
The Conclave is our civilian branch of government. Each ship can elect a representative to serve on the Conclave and make decisions that affect the fleet as a whole. On matters that affect an individual ship, however, the captain has the final say. It's a tradition that dates back to the early days, when the fleet was governed by martial law. Fortunately, most captains nowadays are smart enough to have an elected council from their crew to give them advice and guidance.
You're Democrats?
So the ultimate power rests with elected officials?
In practice, the Conclave and the respective council for each ship tend to set the rules that govern our daily lives. But in theory, we are still under military jurisdiction. The 5 top-ranking military officials in the fleet serve on the Admiralty Board. These 5 have the power to overrule any decision by the Conclave in case of emergency.
Yeah, it was funny. When I was looking through the squad settings, I double-checked just to see if there was a helmet toggle for her, and it does not let you toggle her helmet off.
The entire board must resign their posts. It's a safe.
But I was curious if it was going to let me do that or not.
The Admiralty Board has only overruled the Conclave 4 times.
Alright, yeah.
I want to know more about the Geth.
I doubt I can tell you anything you don't already know. It's been almost 3 centuries since they drove my people into exile. All I know is the story of their origins. What they were when we created them, and how they turned on us.
Okay, so let's learn that.
Interesting.
The Geth were originally created to serve as an automated manual labor force. Initially, their intelligence was as limited as any VI. Over time, we made small modifications to their programming to allow them to perform more varied and complex tasks, bringing them closer and closer to true AI status.
Grok, is this true?
How come the council didn't step in and stop you?
This wasn't true AI research. We may have been skirting the bounds of the law, but we never did anything that was actually illegal. The changes were so insignificant, so gradual, that we were able to control them. Or so we thought. But one thing we underestimated was the power of the neural network. A million Geth thinking simultaneously.
Especially the Grok from 2 days ago.
So the Geth share brain power?
Many of the Geth's logic systems were designed to work in concert with other nearby Geth. Basically, the more of them you have in the group, the smarter they are.
So there's some sort of group consciousness?
No, nothing like that. They cannot share sensory data or information.
Yeah, that was
Their programming cannot handle that much simultaneous input. Each Geth
It was
maintains an individual awareness and identity.
interesting
The
to
neural
see
network
happening.
only operates on a process-based level. It's basically the synthetic equivalent of a subconscious.
I'm very curious to see like
when they're in close
the story that gets
proximity,
revealed of what actually happened. Like,
low-level functional
did they remove a
processes,
portion of the training
freeing
set
up more
and
capacity
what they
for
left
original
caused
or
that,
independent
or
thought.
did somebody do a change, like purposely make it trained that way? Why did they turn
What
on?
made them rebel?
As we built more and more Geth, their effective intelligence became more sophisticated, more abstract. One day, a Geth began to ask its Quarian overseer questions about the nature of its
Became self-aware.
existence. Am I alive? Why am I here? What is my purpose? As you can imagine, this caused a near panic among my people.
Why?
I don't see what's so bad about those questions.
The Geth were created to engage in mundane, repetitive, or dangerous manual labor. That's fine for machines, but it won't satisfy a sentient being for long. The Geth were showing signs of rudimentary self-awareness and independent thought. If the Geth were intelligent, then we were essentially using them as slaves. It was inevitable the newly sentient Geth would rebel against their situation. We knew they would rise up against us, so we acted first.
Oh.
A general order went out across all Quarian-controlled systems to permanently deactivate all Geth. The Geth responded to this order violently.
What did you expect?
You didn't really think they'd just let you destroy them without a fight, did you?
The hope was that most of the Geth would still be little more than machines, incapable of organized resistance. But they had progressed much further than anyone anticipated.
Okay.
The war was long and bloody. Millions upon millions of Quarians died at their hands. In the end, we were forced to flee our own homeworld. We feared the Geth would pursue us, but they never came beyond the veil.
Wow,
now
that's
we
crazy.
drift through space, exile, searching for a way to reclaim what was once ours.
I'm not picking either of those.
I want to know more about the pilgrimage.
When my people reach maturity, we leave our birth ships and seek acceptance with a new crew. It's necessary to maintain genetic diversity among the fleet. But no ship wants to accept someone who will be a burden on them. So, to prove our worth, we embark on a pilgrimage. We set out alone, leaving the flotilla and our families behind us. We only return once we have found something of value we can bring back to the fleet. This is presented as a gift to the captain of the respective ship we wish to join. If the gift is accepted, we are welcomed into the crew.
Do they always accept?
Can a captain choose to reject the gift?
That doesn't happen often. Most captains are eager to increase the size of their crew. It increases their own standing in our society. Even when the gift is not particularly valuable, the captain usually accepts it out of a sense of tradition. However, there is a stigma to presenting a substandard gift. It's not the best way to make
I
a
want to
good
see
impression on a new community.
examples of the
Most
poor
pilgrims
gifts that
don't
some people
return
brought
until they
back.
find something worthwhile.
I want to talk about something else.
Like
All right.
what?
That's it.
I should go.
See you later.
Hey, Commander, you know that Quarian Tally? She's been spending all her time down here asking me about our engines.
I'll tell her to leave you alone.
What? No, she's amazing. I wish my guys were half as smart as she is.
Yeah, Funko Pop.
Give her a month on board and she'll know more about our engines
Or
than I do.
one was like in a
technology,
in a pinch. They were like on the way back and like lost the item they were bringing. They just like pulled up at a space rest stop. It was like, I got you, rest stop sushi. She's useful.
I figured she'd be a real asset to the team.
You've got an eye for talent, Commander. But I'm guessing that's not why you came down here.
Yeah, let's ask about these.
Fill me in on the IES stealth system. How does it work exactly?
You can't hide a ship out in space. They emit too much heat and radiation. Too easy for sensors to pick them up, unless you find a way to capture those emissions. So our stealth systems trap the energy we give off in storage sinks built into the ship itself. No emissions to give away our location. Eventually the sinks have to be vented. More than a few hours silent running and they overheat. Cook us inside our own hull.
There's no way for anyone to detect us?
A visual scan can still pick us up. Anyone looking out a window can see us plain as day. But you have to be pretty close to get an actual visual out in space. Most vessels rely on scanners. As long as the stealth systems are engaged, they can't see us. Not unless we accelerate to FTL speeds.
Why doesn't it work with faster than light travel?
Cranking up to FTL, blue shifts our emissions, pushes them into frequencies too high to capture in the sinks. As soon as we make the jump, it's like setting off a flare. Sensors can pick up our location whenever we enter or exit FTL.
I really appreciate their explanations of all this stuff, especially because it's not like there's good scientific backing to it. Like the terms they're using and everything. It's like, yeah, like I mean, they don't have the math in front of me or something like that. Like no one's being like, I want to see that. But it's like enough of an explanation. It's like, okay, I'm good there. As a physicist, satisfied my need for just a top level explanation.
I want to know more about the Normandy.
She's the best ship I've ever served on. Probably
went on a pilgrimage and all I got was this lousy t-shirt.
She's the only one using the new Tantalus drive core.
What's so special about the Tantalus drive core?
Or just a bobblehead of like another Quarian.
Not only are we faster,
which basically at that point just get a Funko.
Before we have to discharge the core.
Where else have you served, Adams?
If you name a class of Alliance ship, I've probably served on it. Everything from dreadnoughts and carriers right down to frigates like the Normandy. My last assignment was on the Tokyo, only a cruiser, but she was a good ship. Couldn't hold a candle to the Normandy, though.
Okay.
Carry on, Adams.
Aye, aye, Commander.
Okay, there's more codex entries, but not going to worry about them for now. Now we want to head back upstairs. I think we've gone everywhere at this point, so it's time to actually set out for the next planet. So we want to go up here. All right. Oh wait. Just make sure there's no codex spots in here. Nope. Okay. All right. Let's just save quick. All right, galaxy map. Alright, Citadel. Supposedly constructed by the long-extinct Protheans, this colossal deep space station serves as the capital of the Citadel Council. Gravity is simulated through rotation as a comfortable 1.02 standard Gs on the wards and a light 0.3 Gs on the Presidium ring. So let's zoom out. Oh, this is interesting. What? Okay, there we go. Oh, wow. Okay. We're really traveling. Wow. Okay, Hawking Ada. Yeah, I got a couple of side missions. Some clusters that I'll want to check out at some point. Yeah, I think Argos Row and I think Hades might be. Hades or the Voyager cluster, I think, are the two that I got missions for. Yeah, I didn't know how to zoom out at first. Alright, let me just double check what the two are that I have. Okay, go to the Hydra system. Hydra system and Hawking Ada. Hydra and Century systems. Yeah, like I didn't expect it to zoom out as much as it did. Okay. Garrus row. That's Hydra. Yeah, like, I didn't expect to have to, like, zoom out so much to be able to do this stuff. It's like, whoa. Wait, was this? Okay, I gotta... I, like, already, like, I'm forgetting what I'm reading here. Hydra and Argos row. Okay. Oh, so I'm just exploring them and trying to find the thing. Okay, so I can't go to that one, I guess. I'm assuming it will tell me if I can land on it. There's a large gas giant with traces of chlorine and sodium in its atmosphere. It also sniffed amount of water vapor in the clouds. Struck by an asteroid at least 12 kilometers diameter within the last 100 years. Superheating caused by the atmosphere create a large bank of vicious storms along the equatorial band. So I guess we'll find one of these we can land on. Small rocky world with a trace atmosphere of methane and krypton. Its surface is mainly composed of magnesium and silicates with deposits of carbon. Canrum was the site of the warlord Shiagor's defeat by Turian peacekeeping forces during the Krogan rebellions. While this band was not especially powerful, Shiagor was a female warlord and one of the few remaining fertile females. At that. She had, through viciousness and cunning, parlayed her unique value into a position of power. Krogan males competed for the right to join her band and lie with her. When Shiagor's death was announced, vengeful male Krogan admirers near and far swore blood oaths against the participating Turian crew. In the end, several thousand Turian participants were killed in open combat or through assassination. To this day, many Krogan proudly proclaim that they have the blood of Shiagor. Okay, scans of the planet reveal dangerous levels of radiation coming from orbit. Conducted proscans discovered remains of an ancient warhead marked with the Parthia colony insignia. Okay. Now, Mechgos.
Message coming in.
Okay.
Patching it through.
General distress call from the Sacred Angel Medical Transport. Critical system failure. Losing power. Emergency landing. Argos. Communications failing. Life support and emergency transponder. Won't last. Please hurry.
Okay. Yep, sounds good. Mechgos is a large terrestrial planet with an atmosphere of carbon dioxide and nitrogen. Its hot surface is mainly composed of nickel with deposits of potassium and heavy metals. It is a mineralogical treasure trove with concentrated heavy elements constantly being brought to the surface by volcanic activity. Inhospitable and dangerous, and expeditions must be well prepared to survive any length of time. With its high mass, heat-trapping clouds, and constant volcanic venting seems well on its way to becoming a Venusian pressure cooker world. Okay. Guess we'll see what happens when I land here. Talia and Garrus. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. What are vehicle controls? Vehicle, W, okay. Shoot, left mouse button, right's fire cannon. R is repair, space jump. be something over here. Cliff. Seeing anything yet. Oh, here we go. Some stuff on the map. What do we got here?
Looks like the signal's coming from that wreckage.
Careful, Commander. Got a bad feeling. Careful! It's a trap.
Whoa. That was interesting. Anything else with that? Something over here. Okay, is there something else? Key bindings here that I can do while I'm in this. Exit vehicle.
I'm on my way.
Survey mineral. Okay. What got updated here? Okay. Okay, so we're just searching for these. Interact with that at all? Good. What's okay? I'm guessing that's like border of the map. Okay. Stop doing that. Let's go over this way. Go up this hill. See if there's anything over here. Doesn't look like it. Radar's not picking anything else up. Okay. So I'm guessing that's probably everything that I can do here. Let's see. Oh no. There's... Okay, that's me. So we want to go over there. So is it down or is it up on the hill? Okay. Go up here. Oh, wrong way. Okay. Okay. There it is. Cover artifact. Search the wreckage, we found a very old letter stamped with Gothis. Calling insignia, unfortunately, the text is indecipherable. Okay. And debris. Okay. Getting a feel for driving this thing now. Didn't know what to expect for the exploring, and it makes sense. Like, this actually, like, it gives you details of the planet before you land here, and then you get to explore it in the way that makes the most sense for traversal of that planet. So it was weird to get used to at first, but it makes sense now. I'm like, okay, I'm on board with this. Is it down here? Yeah, it's down. Okay. What's the exit? Like, already forget these key bindings. Q, not G. Why? Oh, that's let's just use Omni Gel. So let's check, is everything done here? Okay. Let's return to the Normandy. Alright. So that's cool. Got a sense, got a feel for how that works. Close to another level. Let's see. We got more codex stuff. Okay, a lot of codex stuff. Okay, Council Races, Unification War. At about the time the Solarians and Asari were forming the Council, the Turians were embroiled in a bitter civil war. Unification War, as it was later named, began with hostilities between the colonies furthest from the Turian homeworld Palavan. These colonies were run by local chieftains, many of whom had distanced themselves from the hierarchy. Without the galvanizing influence of the government, the colonies became increasingly isolated and xenophobic. Colonists began wearing emblems or facial markings to differentiate themselves from members of other colonies, and open hostilities became common. When war finally broke out, the hierarchy maintained strict diplomacy and refused to get involved. After several years of fighting, less than a dozen factions remained, and the hierarchy finally intervened. By that time, the chieftains were too weak to resist. They were forced to put an end to fighting and renew their allegiance to the hierarchy. Though peace was restored, it took several decades for animosity between colonists to fade completely. To this day, most Turians still wear the facial markings of their home colonies. As a point of interest, the Turian name Bareface refers to one who is beguiling or not to be trusted. It's also a slang term for politicians. Okay. So, genophage bioweapon was created to end the Krogan rebellions. From the start, the Krogans had overwhelmed the Council. Only timely first contact with the Turians saved the Council races. The Turians fought the Krogan to a standstill, but sheer weight of Krogan numbers indicated the war could not be won through conventional means. Turians collaborated with the Solarians to genetically engineer a counter to the rapidly breeding of the Krogan. Genophage virus gained the energy to replicate by eating key genetic sequences. Every cell in every Krogan had to be altered for the weapon to be foolproof. Otherwise, the Krogan could have used gene therapy to fix the affected tissues. Once a genophage strain could find no more genes to eat, it would starve and die, limiting spin-off mutation and contamination. This created genetic flaw is hereditary. Solarians believed the genophage would be used as a deterrent, a position the Turians viewed as naive. Once the project was completed, the Turians mass-produced and deployed it. The Krogan homeworld, their colonies, and all occupied worlds were infected. The resulting... Okay. The Solarians didn't intend to use it. The Turians used it. Okay. Resulting mutation made only 1 in 1,000 Krogan pregnancies carry to term. It did not reduce fertility, but offspring viability. The rare females able to carry children to term became prizes the Krogan warlords fought brutal battles over. Krogan are a shadow of their former glory. While the rebellions took place centuries ago, they are constantly reminded of the horror of the genophage and of their inability to counter it. The release of the genophage is still controversial, bitterly debated in many circles. Migrant fleet has little economic base, operating in a state of perpetual hand-to-mouth, while Quarian ships include light manufacturing and assembly plants. They lack heavy industry such as refining and shipbuilding. The fleet has tankers for water purification and oxygen cracking, but the space-intensive nature of agriculture limits food production. A single disaster could destroy the fragile balance. Quarians earn income in creative ways. Because the government is obliged to provide food, water, air, and medical support for every individual, the Conclave strategically determines the course of the fleet to bring in resources and income. A species who suspects the migrant fleet is heading toward their space often offers a gift of surplus starships, fuel, and resources to convince the Conclave to alter course. As the fleet passes through a system, swarms of mining vessels work over asteroids for metals and siliceous materials and cometary bodies of water, ice, and organics. Quarian miners are adept at locating and strip mining spaceborne resources. This sparks conflict with corporations already working the system. Large mining concerns spend millions on lobbying and public relations, portraying the Quarians as locusts, devouring the resources of a system before moving on. The greatest asset of the Quarians is their rarefied skills. Most are experienced miners due to their life of perpetual salvage and repair. They are skilled engineers and technicians. More than once, the very corporations that lobby against the Quarians have made backroom deals with the fleet, arranging for skilled Quarians to fill space engineering jobs for other species would demand higher wages for. Quarians are widely hated among the working classes. The Quarians are coming to take our jobs is a common response to the fleet's approach. Sounds a little familiar. Due to the Quarians' precarious existence and the need to enforce strict rationing, government is somewhat autocratic. The migrant fleet's operations are directed by the Admiralty, board of 5 military officers who are advised by a legislative body called the Conclave. Each vessel in the fleet has the right to send representatives to the Conclave aboard the flagship. The number of representatives is based on crew size. Larger clans with bigger ships and more votes form the cores of political blocs. Opposition comes from the Outriders Coalition with delegates from thousands of smaller ships. The Admiralty defers to the Conclave's decisions in most circumstances. However, if all 5 members agree that a Conclave decision jeopardizes the survival of the fleet and cannot get the Conclave to address their concerns, they have the right to summarily overturn the legislated decision. After the Admiralty uses this extraordinary power, they must resign. If the Admiralty does not step down after using their veto, the rest of the military is obliged to arrest them. Each ship captain has authority over his vessel, but is advised by an elected civilian council, just as the Admiralty is advised by the Conclave. This relationship may range from cooperation to polite tolerance to outright hostility, but any captain who overrules his council without good reason is relieved of command by the Admiralty. Many Quarian ships are owned by clans who pool their resources to purchase used vessels from private sellers. Large ships are prestigious for big, rich clans, but a small ship means status for a small clan with enough personal wealth to afford a private vessel. Clan vessel captains are not subject to dismissal by the Admiralty. Abusive captains are a family problem if they do not disrupt the operations of the fleet. A migrant fleet is the largest concentration of starfaring vessels in the galaxy, sprawling across millions of kilometers. It can take days for the entire fleet to pass through a mass relay. When the Quarians fled their homeworld, the fleet was a motley aggregation of freighters, shuttles, industrial vessels, and the odd warship. After 3 centuries, all have been modified to support larger crews as comfortably as possible. As the Quarians achieved stability, they began weeding out the ships least suitable for long-term habitation, selling them and pooling the money to buy larger and more space-worthy hulls. This process is ongoing as vessels wear out and break down. While some ships enjoy dedicated cabins with full privacy and sanitary facilities, many more are former freighters whose cargo bays and containers are pressurized and divided into family spaces using simple metal cubicle bulkheads. These Quarians live in these austere spaces with colorful quilts and tapestries, which also help muffle sound. The day-to-day operations of the fleet, traffic control, station keeping, supply distribution, and so on are under military jurisdiction. Though ship captains have the authority to deviate from their assigned positions and may leave the fleet at any time, they are assumed to do so at their own risk. As the migrant fleet moves through the galaxy, many ships split off to pursue individual goals, returning days or years later. Okay. Humanity has encountered many galactic species. Wars have been few, but mistrust is rife. Politically, the Alliance is a peaceful trade partner for the Turians. As a practical matter, however, there is simmering antagonism and bigotry between both populations over the First Contact War of 2157. The Alliance enjoys good relations with the Asari, though many privately believe the Matriarchs are aristocratic and overcautious. Though humans know better than to unconditionally trust any Solarian, their shared reckless ways make them natural allies against conservative Turians and Asari. Krogan have no unified government, but individuals are generally treated as potential criminals, a reputation most Krogan enjoy living down to. The Alliance has no formal contact with the Quarians. Their migrant fleet has not yet passed through any human-settled system. The Batarians are rivals for control of the Skylian Verge. They severed their treaties with the Citadel to prosecute a colonial conflict against the Alliance. Officially, there is no war, but neither is there any peace. As the human race expands its territory and raises the general standard of living, demand for industrial resources continues to grow. Many planets, moons, and asteroids contain a wealth of resources, but many systems have barely been charted, let alone thoroughly surveyed. Unmanned probes are one solution, but they are often lost to space hazards, unforeseen circumstances, or theft by salvagers. In recent years, the Alliance Geological Service has offered bounties to private individuals or teams willing to perform mineralogical surveys on the frontier. This survey data is made publicly available to further corporate development. Due to the cost of travel and the dangers of operating on hostile worlds, it is rarely a profitable endeavor. Light metals with low atomic weight, are often used in the construction of spacecraft and vehicles. Heavy metals are metals with higher atomic weights and are used to construct equipment components. The platinum group elements are particularly useful. Rare earths are most useful materials in the category are radioactive or magnets. And then various gases are required to support all known forms of sapient life. Some are commonly used as fuel. Alright, next up, military ranks. The Alliance uses a modified version of the ranking system that has been used for hundreds of years. Soldiers are classified into rank-and-file, enlisted personnel, experienced non-commissioned officers, NCOs, and specially trained officers. The divide between naval personnel and ground forces, Marines, is small. Ground units are a specialized branch of the fleet, just as fighter squadrons are. The unity of command is imposed by the futility of fighting without control of orbit. Without the Navy, any army is pointless. The Marines, as a matter of pride, maintain some of their traditional rank titles. For example, Marines have privates and corporals instead of servicemen. In ascending order of responsibility, the ranks of the Alliance are Enlisted, serviceman 3rd class, private 2nd, 2nd class 1st, and serviceman 1st class and corporal. NCO, service chief, gunnery chief, operations chief, and then officers, 2nd lieutenant, 1st lieutenant, staff, lieutenant commander, staff commander, captain major, rear admiral or general, admiral, fleet admiral. Alright. Arcturus Station is the gateway to Sol, a 5-kilometer diameter Stanford Torus-type space station at the trailing Lagrange point of the gas giant Deimos. Construction on Arcturus Station began in 2151 and concluded in 2162. It was inaugurated in 2156 and has served as the military and political headquarters of the Systems Alliance from the First Contact War until the present. When humanity activated the Charon mass relay in 2149, it led to Arcturus, 36 light-years from Sol, Earth's sun. Arcturus is the 3rd brightest star seen from Earth. It is an ancient red giant from the generation born before Sol. Its worlds are either gas giants or ice chunks, while some rocky debris exists. The metal content is 25% lower than normal. To build Arcturus Station, metallic asteroids were towed through the mass relays to the construction site. Many of these asteroids remain near the station. Their mined-out areas home to transient populations. The expense of bringing construction material into the system was acceptable due to its strategic value. With 3 primary mass relays in addition to the secondary one to Sol, Arcturus is a major communications and military choke point. The Alliance first fleet is based on Arcturus, where it can guard the gates to Sol and react to incursions in the 3 connected clusters. The station also hosts the Systems Alliance Parliament and the Systems Alliance Military General Headquarters. Its permanent population is approximately 45,000. Arcturus is actually from the galactic halo, one of a cluster of 52 stars that are crashing through the disk of the galaxy. In 1 billion years, Arcturus will be sailing through the depths of extragalactic dark space. Alright, and then ships and technology. So, crew considerations. Cabins give each individual 10 cubic meters of space. On larger vessels, private rooms are common. As ships get smaller, the number of crews packed into a single wardroom increases. Asari prefer shared spaces even on larger vessels, while Krogan territorial instincts make it impossible for them to cohabitate even on the smallest ships. Drink some more water. This is a lot of reading. A lot of talking. On smaller vessels, hot bunking is the norm. Crew members assigned to different watches share the same bunk. When one gets off duty, he wakes up the person in the bunk. While that crewman is on duty, the first gets his rack time. Spacecraft compartments can be isolated by airtight doors in case of decompression. The cinematic vision of explosive decompression is fiction. Hold compartments either take enough damage that occupants are killed instantly, or leak slowly enough that they are able to reach protective gear. Compartments are equipped with emergency life support apparatus, fireproof plastic bubbles with air bottles. Small, when stowed, ELSA comfortably accommodate one individual inflated. Damage control procedures cut off ventilation to burning compartments. Without oxygen to consume, fire dies in seconds. The compartment is repressurized afterwards for crew recovery. Mass effect fields create an artificial gravity A-grav plane below the decks, preventing muscle atrophy and bone loss in 0G. Large vessels arrange their decks perpendicular to their thrust axis. The highest decks are at the bow and the lowest at the engines. This allows A-grav to work with the inertial effects of thrust. Ships that can land arrange their decks laterally so the crew can move about while the vessel is on the ground. Warships normally turn off their A-grav systems during combat, reducing the heat generated by systems and increasing combat endurance. To provide a point of reference for navigating in 0G, floors are painted a different color from the walls and ceiling. Okay, so then we have a handful of these primary ones to go through.
The Citadel is an ancient deep space.
We heard that one. So
Citadel space is an unofficial term referring to any region of space controlled by a species that acknowledges the authority of the Citadel Council.
Okay.
At first glance,
makes sense.
It appears this territory encompasses most of the galaxy. In reality, however, less than 1% of the stars have been explored. Even Mass Effect FTL drive is slow relative to the volume of the galaxy. Empty space
the fact
and
that it forces you to like, zoom out, zoom out, zoom out, keep zooming out, really just drives across the sense of scale of like the distances you're traveling in this game,
to
and like
expanding across an otherwise
even just this
impassable
like,
galaxy. Whenever a new relay is activated,
Argos Row that I checked out, like, there's still
developed.
2 or 3 more planets there to
hub,
explore.
FTL drive is used to expand
so
to
there's
nearby
a
star
lot
clusters.
to do still.
The result
and that's
is
just
a number
one
of
spot, and that's not even
densely
one of the main
clusters,
story things.
thinly
So there's
spread
so
across
much
the
to check
vast
out in this
expanse
game.
of space, connected by the mass relay network.
Ships and vehicles.
Faster-than-light drives use element zero cores to reduce the mass of the ship, allowing higher rates of acceleration. This effectively raises the speed of light within the mass effect field, allowing high-speed travel with negligible relativistic time dilation effects. Starships still require conventional thrusters, chemical rockets, commercial fusion torch, economy ion engine, or military anti-proton drive, in addition to the FTL drive core. With only a core, a ship has no motive power. The amount of EZO and power required for a drive increases exponentially to the mass being moved and the degree it is being lightened. Very massive ships, or very high speeds, are prohibitively expensive. If the field collapses while the ship is moving at faster than light speed, the effects are catastrophic. The ship is snapped back to sublight velocity, the enormous excess energy shed in the form of lethal Cherenkov radiation. Larger warships are generally classified in one of 4 weights. Frigates are small, fast ships used for scouting and screening of larger vessels. Frigates often operate in wolf-pack flotillas. Cruisers are middleweight combatants, faster than dreadnoughts and more heavily armed than frigates. Cruisers are the standard patrol unit, and often lead frigate flotillas.
So cool.
Dreadnoughts are kilometer-long capital ships mounting heavy, long-range firepower.
And ideally,
they are only deployed for the most
as the
vital
streams
missions.
go on over the
Carriers
next several
are
weeks, like
dreadnought-sized
I'm assuming it'll be
vessels that
less
also carry large numbers of
codex
fighters.
entries.
Smaller vessels
that
are
we'll
almost
find each
exclusively
week. Like,
used in a support role
it's
to the
still very
warships
early
during
in the
combat.
game. We're getting a lot of that lore
Fighters
early,
are
so
one-man
I think
craft used to
it'll
perform
reduce over
close-range
time,
attacks on enemy
but
ships.
I'm definitely liking this. Like
Interceptors
towards the end
are
of
one-man
like
craft optimized
like
for
now,
destroying
like 2-ish hours into
opposing
the stream,
fighters.
stopping to take a look at a bunch of it, and then doing another check.
The Normandy is a prototype starship developed by the Human Systems Alliance with the assistance of the Citadel Council. It is optimized for scouting and reconnaissance missions in unstable regions, using state-of-the-art stealth technology. For most ships, the heat generated through standard operations is easily detectable against the absolute zero background of space. The Normandy, however, is able to temporarily sink this heat within the hull. Combined with refrigeration of the exterior hull, the ship can travel undetected for hours or drift passively for days of covert observation. This is not without risk. The stored heat must eventually be radiated, or it will build to levels capable of cooking the crew alive. Another component of the stealth system is the Normandy's revolutionary Tantalus drive, a Mass Effect core twice the standard size. The Tantalus drive generates mass concentrations that the Normandy falls into, allowing it to move without the use of heat-emitting thrusters. Biotics, an artificial intelligence, is a self-aware computing system capable of learning and independent decision-making.
Like, I don't know if I need to listen to
Creation of a
explanation
conscious
of
AI requires adaptive code, a slow, expensive education, and a specialized quantum computer called a blue box. An AI cannot be transmitted across a communication channel or computer network. Without its blue box, an AI is no more than data files. Loading these files into a new blue box will create a new personality, as variations in the quantum hardware and runtime results create unpredictable variations. The Geth serve as a cautionary tale against the dangers of rogue
gives me
AI.
just enough explanation to be like,
space,
okay,
they are technically
makes
illegal.
sense to me.
Advocacy groups argue, however, that an AI is a living, conscious entity, deserving the same rights as organics. They argue that continued use of the term artificial is institutionalized racism on the part of organic life.
That's interesting.
The term synthetic is considered the politically correct alternative. Combat Heart's Medigel is a common medicinal salve used by paramedics, EMTs, and military personnel. It combines several useful applications: a local anesthetic, disinfectant, and clotting agent all in one. Once applied, the gel is designed to grip tight to flesh until subjected to a frequency of ultrasound. It is sealable against liquids, most notably blood, as well as contaminants and gases. The gel is a genetically engineered bioplasm created by the Certa Foundation a medical technology megacorp based on Earth. Technically, Medigel violates Council laws against genetic engineering, but to date, it has proved far
That's
too
interesting.
useful to ban.
Okay. So that's all of those ones. I want to look back at... So we checked out Mekos. Armalis, that's the only other one to check. Thick atmosphere, nitrogen, helium, and surface is scorching hot, mainly composed of alumina with deposits of borax. The planet has an extensive network of subterranean caves formed over the millennia by volcanic processes. In these relatively cool areas, some primitive life has developed. So I want to see... I marked that thing for mining. I want to just... see. Check if there's anything else I still need to do there. So if I check the journal... Okay, so... Okay, I just wanted to make sure I didn't have to do anything else for mining there. Alright, so that place is explored then. So that's going to be the next one I want to do. But I think we'll do that next week. I think I'm going to wrap it up here. Did a lot, but at the same time it doesn't feel like a lot, which is crazy. Like, we've made a lot of progress though. Like, that was a ton of fun. Got a lot more of the story. I'm really happy that we were able to show the proof of Saren's betrayal. Like, I wasn't sure if that was going to be like an immediate thing that you did. Or if it was like you try to do it and then it's like an ongoing thing throughout the game. So the fact that it's like right off the bat, like, okay, you got the evidence, they're convinced for part of it, they're not fully convinced for some of the end goals ultimately, but it was enough to lay the groundwork for what to do. You're now Shepard is now a Spectre, and we are given permission to hunt Saren down. So now it's free reign to travel the galaxy, which is already really cool. Sense of scale is insane. Just a ton of fun. So, like, I'm really enjoying this game. I'm so happy that I'm playing this now. But yeah, we'll continue next week. We'll explore, I think it was like the Hawkins cluster or something like that. We'll explore that cluster just to knock out that side mission. Then maybe we'll pick one of the planets. Like, I'll probably bounce back and forth. Like, we explore one of those, then I'll do look for the matriarch's daughter, and then explore another one or two of the clusters in this area. And then we'll do either Pharos or Novera or something like that it was called. We'll do that planet too. Like next week will be more like really doing that stuff. It's still pretty dialogue heavy, a lot of lore stuff this week because it was still early in the game. But now that we're in, like, okay, we're getting to go to planets and explore, it's going to be more of that, which will be a lot of fun to really be more engaged with that stuff. The lore is incredible so already, like, tons of fun reading all of that. But yeah, so we'll wrap up there. I'll be back tomorrow with Stardew around 1 o'clock. Will be a little shorter, probably about 2 hours. Normally I do 3 for it, but I have stuff I'm going to be doing at 3 o'clock, so I'm going to try to be wrapping up right around then to do that. So it'll be about a 2-hour stream most likely tomorrow. But make more progress there too. Yeah, and then we'll be back next Friday with more Mass Effect, so looking forward to it. So yeah, I hope everyone had fun.